Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the Miss Phins Show. I am your host, Miss Phins. Welcome, guys. Thank you so much for coming through. Hit that like button, guys. Hit the like button, share, subscribe, let everybody else know we are live. Whoo! Thank you for coming through, guys. Good morning. It is rivalry week where we absolutely dislike our opponent. Why? Because they're a division current defending division champs. Oh, Lord. I just can't. I don't like them. I'm never going to like them. I am never going to like the Bills. But it's okay, ladies and gentlemen, because that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to not like our opponents. And guess what? We don't. So welcome, guys. Good morning. We're going to have a great show for you today. As always, you know what to do. You know what I'm going to ask. Hit that like button, guys. Hit the like button, share, subscribe, let everybody else know we are live. Thank you so much for coming through. Thank you. Yes, today we're going to be going through the game preview for the Miami Dolphins versus the Buffalo Bills. Now, I know this is going to be a little bit tough for some of us to hear, but we're going to go through it together, guys, because we've got this. We believe in each other. I mean, not this team, but in each other we believe. So, there you go. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Big win week for the Dolphins. Exactly. What's up, Hooked Up Joe? One of our awesome members. Our chances of winning are 110%. Yup. I like the way you think, sir. I like the way you think. Thank you so much for coming through. Okie dokie. Thank you so much, guys. Let's see here and burst my ball. Before Mike gets here and burst my ball. That's if he gets here. I don't know. He might still be on his hunting trip. But guys, hit that like button. Thank you so much, guys. As always, go ahead and remember to keep it clean, guys. Keep it clean. Just think PBS Kids. Kids do watch the show. And you could also join the family by becoming a member, ladies and gentlemen. Become a member. Become a member and join the family today. Become a member of the show. You can catch Miss Phins Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern, and Wednesdays at 8 p.m. for League Wide Wednesdays. And like I always say, we win together, we lose together. Dolphins for life. Let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to discuss, obviously, oh, Lord, everything here with this game. Look, this is the 2 games that are annoying every week, every year. Why? Because we got rid of 20 years of dealing with the Patriots to now having to deal with the Bills, and it's a bummer. I'm not gonna pretend like it isn't. It is absolutely a bummer. I can't stand it. But what are we gonna do? You know, at the end of the day, we have to deal with what we're given, which in this case is misery. This team. This team. Oh my God. Anyways. Buffalo Bills are not unbeatable. They're absolutely beatable. It's gonna take us a little extra to beat them. That's all. Okay. So I don't care what anybody tells me. We can beat the Bills. Okay. We can beat the Bills. I believe it. I believe it. I believe it. Oh gosh, you know, you gotta have fun. Like, there's no other way of putting it here, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna start out with the injury report. Holy smokes! Well, I mean, to be fair, Bills are actually not that bad when it comes to the injury report. There's a million people in it, but uh, what do you expect? You know what I mean? What do you expect? Except they're gonna put everybody in their mothers or try to make it seem like they're injured or something, but they're not. So let's go ahead and start with the injury report, ladies and gentlemen. The Buffalo Bills currently right now have. Oh, let me go with them. Christian Bedford, questionable. Amari Cooper, Reggie Gillum, and Terrell Bernard. They're all questionable right now. Christian Bedford is dealing with a wrist. He was limited this week at practice. So Amari Cooper was also limited as well with a wrist injury. Let's see here. Bedford was also limited during practice on Wednesday because of his ankle. So we got to see. Curtis Samuels also dealing with the pectoral injury, but he was too limited in the practice this week. So we just got to see what they end up doing here. As far as for the Miami's Dolphins, ladies and gentlemen, we have Alec Ingold, Tyreek Hill, Jordan Brooks, Gator Kohu, Javon Holland, everybody and their mothers. But they're all designated to come back this Sunday, so I'm not too worried. Obviously, they're just a little nicked up. That's all. Hill was limited on Thursday's practice due to a foot injury. Jordan Brooks, as well, was limited. Kader Kohu, because of his neck, did not practice on Wednesday. But we got to see. Now, we know that Javon Holland is dealing with a broken hand and had a little nicked knee. He didn't practice on Wednesday, but he should still be available perhaps to come. Julian Hill is still dealing with the shoulder injury. So we just have to wait and see the final report today to see if they end up actually playing or not. Obviously, that's gonna come later because they're not gonna practice till later. This is still new. Obviously, everybody else is always questionable as far as like Teron Armstead with his 80 million injuries. I feel like Teron just comes up with new injuries every week, but hey, he's technically questionable, but it is what it is. As far as Sealer with that eye injury, they checked his status and it looks like he won't require surgery, which is a great thing. But against the Sunday against the Bills, they don't think he'll be available. Um, they're probably gonna make their assessment probably by today because remember the team does have to travel, so they'll probably end up having him sit out this week just so that he's able to recover a little bit more from that eye injury. Remember River Craycraft, if you didn't know, he is designated to return from IR with his upper body injury on Wednesday. So that 21-day window has opened up, meaning he is eligible to practice, ladies and gentlemen. So don't be surprised if you do end up seeing River Craycraft either this game or next week. Probably next week, but don't be surprised if it happens this week. More to come with the rest. Obviously, any new injury concerns or anything like that that happens, I'll go ahead and give you guys that information. See who else is in here. What's up, Nene? Welcome, Delusional Patriots fan. Welcome, welcome. Hey, NFL, your script is showing. Oh, how the Jets miraculously somehow beat the. I just saw it this morning. I don't really care. I was like, whatever. Okay, Jets. Ooh. Jets beat the Texans. Whoop, whoop. Good morning, Miss Fans. Hope you and your family are well. Good. Have a great show today. Have a great weekend. Thank you, Mean Green. I appreciate it. Any team can beat any team any given Sunday. Fins up and let's go Fins. I agree. This is why I don't think that. This is why I told you on Monday, ladies and gentlemen, that I truly believe that somehow, some way, I don't what is it? I don't put it past the Dolphins beating the Bills. Like, people are so quick to dismiss teams, but how many times have we seen this? Ladies and gentlemen, we've seen this way too many times to already know. I totally do not put it past the Dolphins beating the Bills somehow, and then somehow lose three straight. Like, it's just so Dolphins. It's so Dolphins. We'll beat the Bills that we have no business in beating, and I said this on Monday, and then somehow lose. I don't know, to the Raiders that clearly we have no shot like, we should not be losing to them. It's so frustrating, but it's part of being a fan, ladies and gentlemen. That is part of being a fan. Good morning, Dolphin Don. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So let's continue, ladies and gentlemen. Bring it right back to the top. And you've got Miami Dolphins traveling to the Buffalo Bills. Miami Dolphins are currently 2-5. This game will be at 1 o'clock on CBS, 6-2. And Buffalo is 6-2. While Tu's return could mean big things for Devon Achane, meaning we should be heading off the ball. So, fingers crossed, we need. Bills caution against complacency with 4-win edge atop AFC East and a 2-5 Dolphins coming to Buffalo. With the Bills enjoying the rarefied air of having a 4-win edge atop the AFC East, edge rusher Greg Rousseau figures Buffalo is challenged with facing two opponents entering Week 9. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, the Buffalo Bills are favored by 6 points, meaning they expect them to beat us by a touchdown at least. The over-under in this one is 48.5 points, meaning well, like, they expect it to be a mini shootout. Maybe low 20s. 24, 21, 27, 24 kind of game. That's what that is mentioning, if you go in the under or if you go in the over for this particular game. The matchup predictor from ESPN is... I'm sorry. I don't mean to laugh at this, but it did say 31% like 4 days ago, and it just went down to 26.4%. This is hilarious. This is hilarious. Like, yeah, I mean, what are you supposed to say from that? You know what I mean? Like, it's still better odds, ladies and gentlemen. It is still better odds than what the Jets were given. I still remember 3 years ago, the Jets were given like a 3% chance of beating. I forgot what team. I think it was maybe Kansas City or one of those like really good teams. It might have actually been versus the Bills. 3%, or maybe I gave them 3% chance. They stood no chance in beating that team. And then I'm like, guys, I know y'all saying, that they're not going to get an opportunity, but you never could. That's why it's called Any Given Sunday, ladies and gentlemen. You can never count any team out. And that team, that Jets team, I will never forget, they ended up beating the most improbable game. So I don't put it past us. We've got that awesome Michelle. What's up? Good morning, everyone. It would be nice to win this game, but I hold no delusions that we will. Welcome to a Tuesday in the building. Good morning, Miss Phins. We're winning 32-26. Oof. Oh, we weren't supposed to be the 85 Bears either, Dolphin Don says. I agree with you. Everyone this week, I need you to watch football and count the defensive holding calls. You mean the lack of defensive holding call? Is Stroud injured? Good morning, Ryan P. Phins to win 24-21. Buffalo will miss a last second field goal to send the game to overtime. Ooh. Man, man, man. Mm-mm. But yeah, 26 to 4, 26.4%. They said the Dolphins have to beating the Bills this Sunday versus the 73.4 um percent chance of the Bills beating the Dolphins. And you know what? It is warranted. Like you read before, like you heard me say before, they have a 4-game lead in the division, so obviously they're doing pretty well for themselves. We also remember what team had what 3-game lead with 5 games left. So the Bills are us of what we were last year. We're the Bills of what they were this. What we flipped the script, ladies and gentlemen. We are them from last year. They are us from last year. Meaning we're gonna win the division in the last game, and I can't wait to see it. What's up, Chef Jew? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Much appreciated, buddy. Appreciate you today. Thank you so much for coming. One of our awesome members. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be very interesting. You have Tuatong Bailoa, 68 of 100. Um, Completed 68 out of 100 passes, 717 yards, 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, a million fumbles. Josh Allen, 143 of 123 passes, 1,766 yards, 14 touchdowns, 1 interception. I will say, statistically speaking, it's probably one of the best years so far, the best first half of the year that Josh Allen has had because he hasn't turned the ball over like he normally does. So that's one of the things that's actually allowing him to what do you call it, to win. So it should be very interesting, ladies and gentlemen, when you're dealing with what do you call, when you're dealing with Josh Allen, he's not making that many mistakes, and that's one of the main reasons why they're able to go ahead and that's why they're able to go ahead and make the moves that they're making and actually beat the teams that they are. Hit that like button, guys. Hit that like button for us to let everybody else know we are live. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much, guys, for coming through. Much appreciated. Hit that like button. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me continue here. We've got in the rushing game, we've got Devon Achane, 81 carries, 357 yards, 1 touchdown. James Cook, 99 carries, but an interception ain't one. 452 yards, 7 total touchdowns right now for James Cook. In the receiving game, 30 receptions for Tyreek Hill, 366 yards, 1 touchdown, and 36 receptions, 421 yards, 2 touchdowns for Shakir. For the Bills, ladies and gentlemen. This game will be played in Orchard Park, New York. The weather looks like it's going to be overcast, 57 degrees, so not that cold and not that hot. It should be a light, brisk and crispy afternoon. So we shall see. It's perfect weather for football. That's what it is. It is absolutely perfect weather for football. It's no other way of putting it. It's perfect weather for football. Okay? Okay. So you're gonna see some really football coming in. Um that day. This is again 1 o'clock on CBS, so make sure you take a look at that. Hopefully our guys will show up. The Miami Dolphins are 1-4 in the last 5. Buffalo Bills are 3-2 in the last 5. So these teams clearly don't like each other, and clearly they're gonna do everything they can to to go ahead and beat each other up, if you will. Look, now we're gonna talk about the different matchups, expectations, and all of that. I'm gonna go over their defense versus our offense versus the defense in this particular segment, guys. You have to what do you call it? You're gonna see exactly where can we maybe perhaps have good opportunities for us to be successful in the team, and things that we have to watch out so that they're not as successful as all. In the meantime, I'm also going to be giving you guys my keys to victory and my expectations for each one. So let's go ahead and get started here with the Miami Dolphins. Let me refresh this. Gotta make sure. Yeah, yeah. We're up to date here. Oh, Christ. Okay. So let's start out with our defense versus their offense because I can't deal with right now. Our offense. I need a minute before I talk about our offense. So our defense versus their offense. Let me highlight their offense real quick for us so I can take you step by step as far as what you can expect and see from those sides of the ball. So our defense currently right now, when it comes to points scored on us, we're 16th. So right smack in the middle, ladies and gentlemen. Um, we are currently ranked 16th. When it comes to yards allowed, we are ranked 6th, ladies and gentlemen. When it comes to getting turnovers as a defense, we're 26th. So we're really we're not getting a lot of turnovers as a defense. We really need a lot of help. Now, when it comes to fumbles lost by a player, ooh, or getting fumbles, we're 26. Again, turnovers, we're not forcing turnovers, whether it's fumbles, whether it's interceptions, we're just not. We're 26 right now in the league. I mean, here. Now, when it comes to the passing game, ladies and gentlemen, our defense is currently ranked 5th in yardage allowed, meaning if a team is trying to pass the ball, we're one of the top teams to be able to minimize the amount of yardage that they get, and even the number one team when it comes to touchdowns allowed in the passing game. Now, a lot of people are going to say, and we have to take it into consideration. Yes, the teams that we've played so far, and then I just looked at a chart that said that the Miami Dolphins have the weakest moving forward, the weakest schedule in the league, meaning the teams that we're playing, they're not that good. Now, the teams that we've played so far haven't been good either, i.e., the Jaguars, the Seahawks, Titans, Patriots, Colts, Cardinals. They're not good teams. So, with the level of opponents that we've had so far, you have to keep that into consideration relative to how our defense is doing. Now, it is a um fairly new implemented defense, so in a sense, this is exactly what it's supposed to be. You know what I mean? You're supposed to be good versus the bad teams, and that's what our defense is showing us. They have been good versus the bad teams, especially when it comes to that passing game. Our secondary guys has actually been sorry, excuse me. Has actually been pretty decent, but there are a few players that stand out that need to step up their game, specifically in the passing game, ladies and gentlemen. And to me, I mean, there's no way of not calling them out. Like Jordan Poyer needs to step up his game. It's not even a question. At this point, I'm like, why do we even have him? Poyer has to step up his game. Collectively, as a secondary, we're pretty good again in the passing game. We're number one. But my Lord, Jordan Brooks is killing me right now. When it comes to our linebackers, David Long Jr., he needs to step up, whiffing on so many different Tackles. We have a significant tackle problem, ladies and gentlemen. And to think about it, everybody was complaining about Jerome Baker last year, but people forget Jerome Baker, even though he did whiff on horrendous plays, guess what? He was still, for 3 years in a row, our leading tackler. And people didn't want to give him that credit. You see what I mean? So we need for these guys to step up. We need for Jordan Burks to step up. We need David Long to step up. Duke Riley has to do better. And I'm not even talking about our edge rushers as far as Quentin Bell or even Chop Robinson, because I've yet to hear Chop Robinson's name in the broadcast. One time this entire season that I can think of that I've actually heard Chop Robinson's name. And I'm like, this is sad. This is our number one pick. What is going on? Why are we going? What are we doing? Oh my gosh. Hey, we got an awesome super chat by D Mano. Mamo. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Miss Phins. It was awesome meeting you last Sunday. Josh Allen is still trash. Love it. We gonna pull out a miracle again. These bums on Sunday. I love it. Hey, it was awesome meeting you too. This is what I love meeting you guys. I absolutely love meeting you guys. You guys are so amazing, man. It's so great when I get to meet you guys and your families. Oh God, I love it, love it, love it. It was phenomenal to meet you as well last Sunday, and I'm so glad that we were able to do it. And if you're back and we're able to meet again, that'd be even great. And thank you so much for supporting the channel, and donating the $5 donation. We really, really, really do appreciate it. Listen, it might not seem like a lot to people, but even the $5, it does make such a huge difference. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I always want to say you guys are literally keeping this channel going. So thank you so much for that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And shout out to everybody that donates and everybody that shows their love in donations and becomes a member. Shout out to all the members too. You guys are definitely keeping this channel going. So thank you so much. And ladies and gentlemen, also to remember, we're doing a fundraiser for Dolphins Cancer Challenge. You can get your very own Miss Phins shirt with a cool um design on the back as well. It's $25, but if you want it mailed, it's gonna be about $5 to ship it to you. So we could definitely go ahead and get it out to you. So go ahead and keep that in mind. And I appreciate everybody. And stay tuned. The merch store will be coming out soon. Thank God we have 2 weeks away because I should have it. I'm hoping I can have it by this upcoming week, so it should be great. What's up, Chris Smith? Welcome, Sheko in the building. MJW, welcome, welcome. You guys are awesome. Appreciate y'all. Someone remind Cam Smith that he is in a football game. Seriously. Cam Smith is another one. I just refuse to even say his name anymore, ladies and gentlemen. And we got Red, White, and Bills in the building. How you doing, Red, White, and Bills? Welcome, buddy.
Doing okay. Thought you were
You
going to leave me
sure?
backstage forever.
Okay, first of all, it's called running a show, so I got to do what I got to do. Okay?
I get it.
I'm good, and you? I'm assuming you just got home.
No, I'm working. Just got
Oh,
to the
you
job
still
site. Yeah.
got it, got it. Okay, okay, okay. Well, welcome, Red, White, and Bills. Thank you so much for joining us. Obviously, um, well, right now I'm in the middle of talking about our defense to you guys' offense. I haven't gotten to it just yet, but
Do your thing. Do your
before we
thing.
continue, go ahead and let me know what do you have on your game. We'll bring it back here. This is what they're telling us right now. 26.4%. You guys are us have a chance of winning, and you guys have a 73.4% chance of winning.
Well, I like those. I like those numbers, but unfortunately, numbers doesn't tell the whole tale. So you could be a 90% favorite and lose the football game. So the play on the field has to dictate, not what people in behind the desk say. So 73% chance is nice, but if you go out there and we look flat and not ready to play, then the game changes. But I expect us to play a good football game because we understand the position we're in, and we know that you guys have your backs against the wall. So if we let up on you, that's how you get beat.
True. Absolutely true. Absolutely true. So I still think we're gonna end up. Well, I'll tell you. I've got a million thoughts about this game. Hit that like button for me, guys. I'm gonna put a poll up. Who has a better game? Who has a better game? Tua or Josh? You let me know. I'm gonna ask you guys who has a better game as a QB this Sunday. Go ahead and hit that like button and answer that question for us, guys. It's gonna be the question of the day. I want to see what you guys think. Well, right now I'm just going through the Miami Dolphins defense and explaining how our passing defense is, and then I'm gonna versus what you guys' offense is. So right now our defense again is number one in not allowing passing touchdowns and number five in allowing very few passing yardage. Our secondary is actually pretty good, but they need to step up because the level of competition that we've had so far is not to the caliber of what the Bills have been this year. Now, opposite of that, so that's our defense to their offense. Ladies and gentlemen, their offense is right now when it comes to scoring, they're fifth in the league in scoring points and 13th in getting yardage overall. In in the passing game, and by the way, they're also number one in turnovers, meaning they allow the least amount of turnovers overall. They've given up the ball the least amount out of any team in the NFL. So that's another thing we have to take into consideration, and we need the help as in the Dolphins need the help to be able to get those takeaways. But in the passing game for the Bills, right now they are currently ranked 15th in passing yards and number 7th in passing touchdowns. So, look, with this level of production that they have, we should match up well with them when it comes to the passing game. I'm just gonna be honest. Look, I know they got Amari Cooper, the brand new shiny toy. They still got Matt Collins, Shakir, Coleman. Those guys are gonna get it, and we already know when they run, which because they always do, run that two tight end set. That Dawson Knox and Dalton can kick. It's gonna get open. They're gonna get yardage. Especially, they're gonna be even more of a threat when it comes to the red zone. But I still see some opportunity for our defense to have some success in the passing game. Now, we got a Bills content creator here, ladies and gentlemen. So do me a favor and go check out Red Riding Bills. Go check out Red Riding Bills and welcome everybody if you're just tuning in to week 9, the game preview between Dolphins traveling to the Buffalo Bills. But what do you have? Uh, my gosh. What do you have, Mr. Red, White, and Bills, on this game? It's specifically the passing game. Your passing game versus our passing defense.
Well, yeah, I'm a numbers guy as well. So you can't take away what you guys have done. Doesn't matter who you played. But I will say when we played Tennessee, they were the first ranked pass defense, second defense overall. I know they didn't have their best corner, but we put up a real good game against them in the air, and they had a pretty good defensive line as well. So just because the numbers say one thing, I'm not, it doesn't put any worry that we can't move the ball. The first game we played, we didn't really have to move the ball through the air, and Allen was pretty efficient. He was 13 of 18. So the pass lanes were there, and he wasn't even really running as well. I think his hand is better now. He might want to take off a little bit more. And then when you mix Cooper in the fold with as well as Keon Coleman being more good connection with Josh after the first couple weeks, he seems to be coming into his own. And then Shakir is fully healthy again from his ankle he hurt in Baltimore. I think we'll have a pretty good day through the air. But again, it all depends on which one of our units is executing at the highest level.
I agree. I agree. It does let me to believe that right now, yeah, you guys are obviously the better team. It's not even a question. So I'm not gonna go against it. You guys technically are the better team, but that doesn't take away from the fact that although you guys may be good, obviously we know that what is it? Josh Allen is one of the better passers in the league. It still lets me to believe that we should have a good passing defense versus you guys' offense, passing offense at least. I think that should be something that we should be able to go ahead and actually deal with it. Now, what I am most I don't want to say worried, but what I am most concerned about when it comes to the Dolphins defense, it's actually our rushing defense. So when it comes to rushing, ladies and gentlemen, the Bills right now are fourth in rushing touchdowns, 12th in rushing yards. When it comes to the Dolphins rushing defense, we're horrible. We're 30th in allowing rushing touchdowns and 16th in allowing rushing yards. If somebody gets to the red zone and they run the ball on us, they're going to score, period. Period. And that is where my frustration is and where I think that the Bills have the best chance of scoring on us is going to be the run game. Specifically if they lean on James Cook. Why? Because we know that they try to have hero ball with Josh Allen. And way that you save Josh Allen from himself is by having James Cook take the load off the rushing game. And for me, um yeah, I could totally see them James Cook dropping one or two touchdowns on the ground. Or even maybe even a QB sneak, or a QB keeper. Color says, "What's up, Color? What's up, Shake Money? Welcome, guys." That's because we're number one against passing touchdowns. They have to score on us somehow. Tis true, tis true. But you also have to also understand our line. Who do we have? Benito Jones. Again, I'm gonna keep harping on the fact that we have Benito Jones. Calais Campbell has been great. I mean, thank you so much. Zach Sealer, obviously, we know what he's capable of, but unfortunately, Sealer is really hasn't been available last week. He might not even be available this week. I don't think he will. So you're stuck with Peely and Deshaun Hand to try to make up for what Siler is doing for us. And I'm sorry, but Benito Jones is actually not a good nose tackle, period. But he's all we have. So we're kind of stuck with that. Let me allow Mr. Sean Red, White, and Bills here. Do you agree? What do you think? Where is your best plan of attack when it comes to scoring for the Bills?
Yeah, I think stick to what we've been doing the whole year. Run the ball consistently and be efficient in the pass. Uh, Josh has done a great job maturing and not just trying to force everything into the tightest window. He goes for the best opportunity. Yeah, in the two games that we lost, he kind of tried to play a little hero ball, and you could tell by the result. But for the majority of the games, he's shown a real growth in dissecting the field and getting people the ball that are open. And as you can tell by his one interception to 14 pass touchdowns this year, which I'm very impressed with because I never thought that he could do something like that. But one of our best units that we've had the last 2 years is our offensive line. And as you're telling me, Steelers not playing, you still don't have Chubb. This could be a real uh, this could get ugly really quick if you guys don't make a stop on defense because again, this O line is the best unit we got. They're most consistent. They were a top five unit last year. I know PFF has them seven right now, but as the film says, with my film study, they're performing better than they did last year. So that's
Mm,
definitely a strength of our team, pass blocking and run blocking, and they're very physical. So if you let us run down your throat like we did the last time we played, we're just going to keep doing that. And then if you
yeah.
don't stop it, then it could get real ugly. But if you make some plays, then it's a better game. But honestly, I think that's where we slip away from you guys is the trenches, and I don't think it's going to be close in that aspect.
I can't even deny the trenches we're really not that good at, and that's what frustrates me a lot. But shout out to Nene coming in deep with a $20 donation. Ba, 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 ba. Look, look at Cat for Life. Did somebody say chips? Nene, oh my God, Nene, thank you so much for your $20 donation, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Winning this game would be the most Miami Dolphins thing to do. I said it on Monday, guys. Like, I was so mad at us losing to the Cardinals, and I'm like, watch. I wouldn't even put it past the Dolphins winning, beating the Bills somehow, and then still losing the game after. Like, this is just so Dolphins. Great show of Christopher Aloysius. Oh, I love it when you say that. Destroying the rebuild yesterday. Great work, Miss Phins. Make sure you enjoy some chips on the couch. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much, Nene. I'm definitely gonna enjoy those chips. Oh man, and I'm glad that you enjoyed it. It's funny. I was thinking about you while I was doing the show yesterday, and it needed to be said. It needed to be said. I might even dive deeper in it, even more, but it just needed to be said, and I'm glad that you enjoyed it. I don't know if that sparked because we've seen this before. Miss Fans is a trendsetter, and I have sparked a lot of conversations in the community. I don't know if that happened yesterday with that, but I'm glad that you enjoyed it for sure. And shout out to Shake Buddy with a $5 donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much, Shake Money. Sean's face is way too pretty not to be on camera. He's rubbing your audience. Hey. Oh my God, I can't. I
He's too
can't wait.
funny.
It's too funny. Hey, the people want to see you. At least give them a peep show. I mean, not that kind. Hold up. Like a quick glance, say hello. There you go. See, we got half a face. There you go, guys. What's up? Good morning. I'm going to the store to get some chips. Oh man, this is hilarious. Hit that like button, guys. Hit that like button. But man, thank you guys so much for the donations. You guys are awesome. But yeah, I agree with you. Listen, when it comes to you guys' offense, you guys are deadliest when you play balanced and you're not allowing Josh Allen to do everything. And James Cook, I said this last year, and I said it again this offseason. James Cook was probably the best move you guys have done in the last 4 years. An actual running back that can run the ball for you guys, and it's an actual running threat. And hey, with these numbers, you guys can definitely get some rushing touchdowns on us. That's what I'm gonna take a look at the most, more than anything else. But if we can do it, I don't think you guys are gonna dice us up too much in the passing game, but in the running game, yeah, it's not even a question. And that's probably where I'm the most nervous at right now. So hey, it is what it is at this point. It is what it is. But let's go ahead and check out the opposite, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna take a look at the Bills offense versus the Dolphins defense. I'm gonna let you start out real quick. What do you think about your defense versus our offense?
Oh, I like our defense. We still have trouble stopping the run. I know we held Kenneth Walker to, what was it, 16 yards against the Seahawks, but we've done that in the past where, we held Derrick Henry to 20 yards on 18 carries, some crazy stat lines like that. So don't let that fool you that we can stop the run magically all of a sudden. We play nickel defense, and that's very easy to dice up in the run game, and that's just what we do because we have Taron Johnson, and we love playing the nickel safe, the nickel corner, and you guys should be able to run the ball. We might do a decent job, but I wouldn't give up on it if I was you. But other than that, in the pass, we're very good. Our linebackers can cover, they can tackle. Our defensive line is pretty good. We got Von Miller back. Greg Rousseau is coming into form finally after 3 years. AJ Epinesa is really fast off the line of scrimmage, so it's hard for any tackle, especially if you don't have good speed.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, our pass rush is decent. It's not the best in the world that you'll see, but as a unit, they work well together. Nobody's a superstar, maybe besides Ed Oliver, but other than that, they just work well as a unit. And your offensive line isn't bad. I love talking about O line. They're not the best and they're not the worst. You guys are probably a middle of the
Middle of the
pack.
road. Yep.
Yeah, middle of the pack. So you'll be able to stop us at times, but then there'll be other times where our talent is just better on the line, and then we'll make some plays. But you guys will be able to make some yourself. It just depends on, are you guys gonna send help to your tackles if they need it? Because interior pressure, we're usually pretty good at that. But if Greg Rousseau starts beating up Boston Jackson pretty bad, are you going to put a tight end over there to chip him? Are you going to send your running back over there to chip him so you can give Tua an extra half second to sit in the pocket? But I like the matchup. I know you guys got Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, and I can't expect to stop them every time. But last time we played without some of our starters, we held them to combine 40 yards. So that was a nice performance, but I can't bank on that. But hopefully they play just as aggressive and try to keep the ball out of Tyreek Hill's hands.
Well, our newly formed Miami um doll chips. We are very, very excited about this game because again, we really don't like playing you guys. We can't, it is rivalry week, ladies and gentlemen. Do me a favor if you haven't done so already, go over there. If not for just to bother him, go subscribe to Red Rod and Bills, guys. Let's get him to 1,000 subscribers. He's putting in work every single week, and it's great to know about your opponents, ladies and gentlemen. I drop in and listen all the time. I can't always comment, but I do listen to your show and things like that. And I'm like, that's a nugget I'm
Well,
gonna
I
use next
appreciate
time.
that.
All
And
the
you know
time,
what?
absolutely.
I do want to say though, I'm not afraid to lose because of talent, but I saw a stat yesterday. You guys haven't beat us in Buffalo since 2016, and that just automatically had me thinking, well, they're pretty damn due for it, I guess. and I'm just And I'm just like, Josh Allen's 12-2 versus Miami. They're due for it, I guess. So I'm just like, man, and you see the Jets beat the Texans yesterday, and you're like, you never know what can happen. But as far as talent wise, I think we should win. We are the better team as of right now. But again, I've seen crazier things happen. You see the Browns beat the Ravens. So, uh,
I'm gonna pause you there. You guys are definitely not the more talented team. Maybe in quarterback, I give you that. I'm not even gonna argue that. But as far as talent in the team, no, bro. We've got the better running game. We've got the better receivers. Now,
on paper,
have they
sure. Yeah,
done
I agree with
anything?
you.
No. Have they done anything? No. So I'm with you on that. But when it comes to talent, we definitely have the better talented team. And that's what makes it even more frustrating that you guys who are in a semi soft retooling, you guys are doing what you're doing without us who have all this talent and we're not putting it together. Now that Tua's coming back, he got the rust off from the Cardinals game. I expect this to be a very good Tua game because again, he's now got gameplay underneath him. With a couple plays, we should have definitely won that other game. But do
Yeah.
not put it past this Dolphins to beat you guys. because
Oh
I
no,
know
I
y'all
don't.
are.
Trust me. That's that's what I'm saying because it's like you said it's such a Dolphin thing. Like Nene said, it's such a Dolphin thing to win this game, and I could just
Seriously.
I feel like that with us. But there's a weird theme with our team, right? So we went in the last 4 years, 13-3, 11-6, 13-3, 11-6. And in those 13-3 times, we had long stretches of winning, and we didn't lose the teams we weren't supposed to lose to. So if it's keeping the same trend, we should go 13-4 this year and not lose the teams that we're supposed to lose to, or that we're not supposed to lose to. But at the same time, the odds. I'm like, you can't just beat them every time. There's going to be a time. Like even us, we beat the Patriots 3 times. So like there's a time and a place. But I just hope that they get on the field and they play their brand of football. And I think our best brand of football is better than your best brand of football. And you guys are still a good team. You're better than 2-5. And I've been surprised. Like I know Michael K gets on me when I say the Dolphins got a chance to win a game, but I really thought with the talent you had, even without Tua, because you see backup quarterbacks all across the league winning football games, and I'm
Hmm.
like, the Dolphins got way more talent than they do. So I don't understand why they're not winning football. And then even with Tua back, you guys still lost, but you guys did better, and you guys still got the playmakers there. So can't sleep on, like fans might sleep on the teams, but the players, I know they're not going to sleep on you guys, and they know how important division games are.
Yeah, exactly. That's one thing that people always forget. Division games are never easy. I don't care how many times you've beat a team in a row. Division games are never easy. Never, never, never easy. And this is the other thing, too. If you think about it, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, the Bills are right now, they're 6-2, but those again, it's any given Sunday, and you never know what can happen in the league. That we so many times, like this is probably one of the hardest years, in my opinion, to pick as far as when it comes to winners and losers and things like that. Because nobody had the Jets being what now 3-7, yeah 3-6 at this point. So yeah, they all thought they'd be 6-3 at this point, not 3-6. You know what I
I
mean?
didn't think that. I always thought they were
Exactly.
gonna, the Jets
They're gonna be
especially.
number two in the division. You
Yeah,
don't
because
do sugarcoat
no,
it. Everybody thought that, and
no.
look, they're last.
I said, you know
So
what? The Jets always jet, man. I'm not. I don't care who they got on their team. I'm not. I'm not putting any faith into them. And then part of that's because I hate them, but the other part is because I just didn't believe in them. The coaching staff has been bad. They have a horrible offensive line that they use. They did a makeshift offensive line with old, aging players that are injury prone. And I was like, this is not going to work. Aaron Rodgers hasn't been good since 2021. Everyone said I was a hater and I was an idiot. And then, yeah, they're 3-6, but they basically have to win out.
oh, they do. They don't have any other choice. If they don't win out, they don't. They're done. They're cooked. As they say. So yeah, at this point, for me, to me, they're done. But again, they're gonna still hold up hope. See, at least we have a chance. We beat you guys. We still have a chance, especially with the AFC being so weak. But look, ladies and gentlemen, so you guys know right now, Buffalo is ranked sixth when it comes to points allowed in their defense, and 16th when it comes to yardage allowed overall. They are number seven when it comes to getting turnovers. So that means that they're good at forcing fumbles and they're good at getting interceptions. But the most thing that we have to worry about is this. When it comes to the passing game right now, they're 13th in passing yards allowed. Their secondary is actually pretty good, like what Red, White, and Bills was telling you. When it comes to their secondary, they have Douglas and Rapp and Hamlin, Bedford. The your nickel and what's the name, Johnson, right? Teron Johnson.
Yeah,
So
yeah, Johnson.
their secondary has actually been playing well, complementary to each other with their linebackers, which is why they are 13th when it comes to yards allowed and ninth when it comes to passing touchdowns allowed. They're actually a good passing cover team. Now, when it comes to the rushing game, there's even less opportunity because they're seventh when it comes to rushing yards. Like Red and Bill said, their trenches are much better. They do run the traditional 4-3 defense. So they're going to hit you up right up the nose with Russo and Daquan Jones and Epinesa and Oliver. So with those guys right on top, and if Von Miller is coming off the edge, Von Miller now I feel like got his legs underneath him. I don't know if you've noticed that, but I have. So now you're seeing some production from Von Miller. So at this point, Austin Jackson and Teron Armstead are gonna have trouble because they're gonna be pressured definitely all the time on the edges. So it's up to them to do it. But I'm not worried about our tackles. I'm actually more worried about our interior linemen when we have. I mean, I know Aaron Brewer actually has been pretty good in run blocking and pass blocking as a center. But it's more of our guards who are more I'm more concerned with Liam Eichenberg and Robert Jones. Those two are the ones that I'm more concerned more than anything else. Our interior linemen more than anything else. Those two, I'm nervous, ladies and gentlemen. I am nervous, especially if Tua decides to move up in the pocket. I am super nervous because one of the two things that this offense has had to deal with, it's a lot of pre-snap penalties and just penalties overall. And that's one thing where I'm very much concerned is our interior O line. Now, when it comes to the passing game, we know that they're a good um, passing O line. Their pass blocking is pretty good. It's actually I'm lying. When it comes to run blocking, they're pretty good. When it comes to pass blocking, they haven't been good. And that's one of the things we have to
Who?
worry about when it comes to Dolphins.
I was okay. I was gonna say, I was
Yeah,
like, what
we're
on this?
remember we're talking about the Dolphins offense versus
Oh, that's right.
you
Yep.
guys' defense. So when it comes to the pass blocking for our O line, we haven't been good, which is why we haven't been effective in the passing game as much. Now with Tua being back, that's definitely gonna get better. I mean, we put 27 points, thank God, on the Cardinals. You know, do I expect 27 points of the Dolphins again? I'm gonna be honest with you, no. But if we can get our passing game going, that's definitely going to help our running game for sure. Because that's one thing our O line has actually been better at is our rushing defense. Our rushing offense has actually been much better uh, than our pass blocking. Sorry, give me a second. Than our pass blocking protection right now. And look, Miami is 32nd when it comes to scoring points. We're dead last, ladies and gentlemen. We're 22nd in our offense when it comes to getting yardage. We're 14th in giving up turnovers with so many fumbles and a couple of interceptions. So we're kind of in the middle of the road. When it comes to the passing game, as you can see, in yardage, we don't get passing yards because, again, our pass blocking is not that good. We're even worse when it comes to passing touchdowns. I'm hoping that changes with the Dolphins and Tua now being back. But that's one thing that clearly we can't really lean on right now. We have to lean more on our run game because our run blocking is much better than our pass blocking. And key point, look at our rushing yards, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, the Dolphins are ninth overall in getting rushing yards. Our run blocking is really good, and our running backs have been amazing. You got Achan, you got Mostert, you've got if he's still in the team, you still got Jeff Wilson Jr. Who's helped us out early in the year, and absolutely Jalen Wright, the second coming of Achan. Those three guys between Achan, Wright, and Mostert have been playing so well in that run game. They've been getting yardage upon yardage upon yardage, and I cannot wait to see them in this game because that's one of my main things as far as a key to victory for the Dolphins to win. We have to run the ball because clearly we're better at it, and we're much better at getting the run touchdowns than we are at passing touchdowns. Again, Tua's back, so that should change and we should get better. I'm at least thinking 2 passing touchdowns from Tua and two rushing touchdowns. But we have to get those rushing touchdowns because that's what's helped us so much. What's up, Lewis? Miami Lou in the building. Our defense is due for a takeaway. We could use our turnover touchdown. Dude, us getting a pick six, that would be amazing, man. Amazing. So one of the keys to victories for the Dolphins to win has to be that running game. Start with the run. I said this McDaniel last week. Start with the run and with the run. You have to run the ball, man. Have to run the ball. That is crucial. Crucial. Now it's going to be very hard because we just talked about the Bills having a really good D line with Rousseau, Jones, Oliver, and Epinesa. They're good. And the rotation of Von Miller as well. But ladies and gentlemen, if we are able to, guys, hit that like button for us. We should be able to put some points up in that run game and break off some really good runs. Break off some really good runs. I don't want to hold up too much of the conversation though, but where do you think the Dolphins have the biggest advantage versus you guys' defense?
Yeah, well, definitely you got to run. I wouldn't say like necessarily the running the ball is the disadvantage, but you have a great running game because, like I said, there's times where we get gashed and then we settle down, but there's times where we do a good job, and then there's times like Derrick Henry where he gets 200 rushing yards. So I would, if I was you guys, I know Tua's back, but McDaniel has to kind of swallow his pride and understand, yeah, Tua's back, and I vowed to make him better. But if running the football and getting 6 yards of carry is working, I'm going to run the ball every time. And he doesn't do that. And not just against the Bills, but I've seen it many times. It's 4th and 1. You guys are running the ball well, and he tries to do bootleg passes or shotgun passes, and you don't get it because he tries to boost up Tua. And at the end of the day, it's about a team win. When we played Dallas, Allen threw the ball 11
Oh,
times.
hold up. Say that one more time. Say at the end of the day what? Because I think my fans need to hear that one more time.
It's about a team win, not propping up one person.
It's about a team win, ladies and gentlemen. At the end of the day, it's about a team win, not propping up Tua. Thank you so much, Sean, for saying that. Go ahead, continue.
Oh, you're welcome. But yeah, because like when we played Dallas, the original game plan, and we even admitted to it, wasn't to run the football the entire game. But the first drive, we literally ran the ball like 12 straight times, and we scored a touchdown. And Allen threw the ball 11 times. So it's like Allen's one of the best quarterbacks in the league, but we didn't use him because the game plan changed to, oh, we're running the ball really well with Cook. Let's just keep running the football. Dallas can't stop it. So if you're running the football well, yeah, mix in some pass there, play action, whatever. But don't just be like, oh, Achan has 80 yards in the first quarter. Let's just go to heavy pass and then get stopped every time and then let Buffalo break away. So really, it's on McDaniel to understand the game situation, and he doesn't adjust well. And we've all known that. I've been friends with you guys for
Mm-hmm.
a long time, and you can see it. He sticks to one game plan and then says, this is what's going to work, even if we're losing. I know everybody adjusts, but he doesn't make noticeable adjustments. And I think that's a downfall for you guys because even the best teams go down, and you have to. That's what Kansas City does amazing. Because there's been times where,
Mm-hmm.
like, look at all the Super Bowls that they won. They were down at half,
Seriously.
and they come back and win. Even against us, we were up. They come back and win. It's because they know how to make adjustments. That's why coaching is very important. It doesn't matter how much talent you got sometimes.
It's true. It's true. I can't deny it. I don't know how much longer I got you for, because I know you're in the middle of working, so I don't want to keep you to a
Yeah, we can
billion.
talk. We got a few more minutes if you want, of
If
course. It's
okay, I
been
want to see. I want to
10
drop the
minutes.
line real quick to see if people have questions for you, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, of course.
Because I think it'll be fun to hear some of these guys. I want to open it up today, because we were
Sure.
able to get this done. So I got an extra time for us to do. But guys, I need you guys to hit that like button. If you want to come up here, let's talk. Let's talk. Hit that link. It is set. This is the calling show, guys. So go ahead and call in. Hit the like button. Shout out to everybody that's already donated to the channel, man. You guys have been amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You seriously, it's absolutely a blessing that you guys have donated to the channel. Thank you so much for everybody that donated. Thank you so much for everybody has um that has become a member, guys. Thank you for everybody becoming a member. And if you want to become a member, hit the join button. You got to come over here to YouTube. Everybody watching on Twitter and Twitch, thank you guys so much, so much. Hit that call in link. Let's go ahead and bring you guys up here. But while they're coming up and getting in the back, let me go ahead and put this because I think this is very important. I always tell everybody my expectations for Tua. I'm gonna go over my expectations for Tua. Hit that like button, guys. Thank you so much. My expectations for Tua are extremely simple, ladies and gentlemen. It's the same thing, and I keep it the same. I need to see at least two touchdowns for. Actually, I need to see three touchdowns for Tua, but I'm gonna be nice and say it's gonna take him a minimum two air touchdowns from Tua. But if he wants to run one in because he's feeling himself fine, whatever. But we need at least two touchdowns from Tua. No interceptions. You gotta protect the ball. No, for the love of God, no fumbles, Tua. What is going on here? Like this man is fumbling left and right. It is ridiculous. No fumbles whatsoever, no interceptions whatsoever. To you have to go ahead and have a clean game. It is a must. You have to have a clean game. No penalties either, ladies and gentlemen. All this pre-snap penalties of illegal shift, illegal false starts. Like we need to clean those up. We just can't. Those are penalties that you. Those are unforced errors, ladies and gentlemen. Unforced errors. Even post snap, with holding or illegal man downfield. Like we gotta minimize those even more. But those are still, in my opinion, better than every pre-snap penalty. We are literally the most pre-snap penaltied team in the league. It is so frustrating. It is so frustrating. CBA says he's got to be perfect. Just say, Miss Fans. Well, first of all, good morning to you, CB. And second, he doesn't have to be perfect. Nobody's perfect. I don't think me asking my quarterback to get two touchdowns and no fumbles and no interceptions is me being outrageous. Like,
Well,
hello.
to be honest, Miss Fans, you could be perfect and still lose. If I always look to the 13-second game for Buffalo. Allen had no turnovers, four touchdown passes, and he threw two touchdowns with less than 2 minutes left, and he still lost. So being perfect, sometimes you got to be, but sometimes it's not even enough. So to just that one game last year in Buffalo when we were going back and forth for a bit. Before the turnover, everything was good, and then Mostert turned the ball over once, and then at the end of the day, it broke away. So one little mistake in a game like this could. And when you look at last year, Allen turned the ball over a lot, Tua turned the ball over a lot, and it was a 21-14 game because of a punt return. So if we're making mistakes, you guys have to not make them because that's how this kind of divisional game can sway. And but if nobody's turning the ball over, like Color always says, the first time someone punts, the game's over. So it's going to be I think it's going to be a fun game.
Oh, it's definitely going to be a fun game. That game's going to be a lot of fun, period. No matter where you are, where you're watching it from, that's going to be a great game. But I don't think it's outrageous to to ask him to play a clean game. I mean, it's not that hard. Two touchdowns and no interceptions, no fumbles. Yeah, I think that's reasonable. That's what you should expect from your starting franchise quarterback. Like, uh, uh, anywho, forgot who I was talking to. The vice president of the Tour fan club. So I get it. Uh, I love you, TV, but My gosh, he doesn't have to be perfect. He just needs to be clean as a quarterback. Do not be part or contribute to the loss like he did last time with that safety. That's what that means. So we have to have that clean game, no penalties, and that's also on McDaniel too. McDaniel has to call a good game. He's gotta call a good game, and also has to get this team to reduce the amount of penalties. Period. 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 There's no other way of putting it. These penalties, it's about execution for the players, but it's also about him holding these players accountable. That's definitely it. The other expectation for him and McDaniel, we gotta run the ball. We have to run the ball. Period. 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 Red Button Bills just told you. McDaniel doesn't make adjustments, even though he needs to make adjustments. He doesn't make adjustments. But one thing that he'll do is he'll take out, and I agree with him too many a times, he will take out the rusher who just picked up 8 yards in 2, 3 runs, and we're 4th and 2 or 3-2 to then throw a passing game. Like, stop. Let your running back get it. Like, that's what you need. You need your running back to go ahead and run the ball all day, every day, all day, every day, all day, every day. Louis, what are you saying cap on? Be specific. I feel like you're just here just to put cap. You just type
We
a lot of caps.
we've also been bad with discipline with penalties some games too. They're both on the road, granted, but the Jets game, that was the most penalties accepted for both teams in one game. And then a couple weeks later, we go to Seattle, and then that game breaks the record for most penalties accepted in a game. So, but being at home, we're usually pretty good. But I remember last year, because I was at the game especially, you guys had a problem with cadence and uh, false starts and illegal shifts because it was really loud. And I remember specifically because someone asked Tyreek Hill, "Oh, what's Bills Mafia like?" And he said, "Oh, they're just like any other fan base," and that pissed everybody off. So that was the loudest I ever heard anybody in a stadium. So I expect it to be pretty difficult for you guys again, with especially if you're already struggling with it. So I expect it again, and those are drive killers.
That's true. What do you expect of McDermott? Your coach's expectations for
Oh
your game.
well, so he's a great coach. He's a good coach, not a great coach, because in the regular season he has a great record, a lot of division titles, some playoff wins, but makes really poor, even in the regular season too, some poor judgment. But I expect him, as I always do, to make right decisions. We have a person that used to be a rules analyst in our box. So any challengeable play, McDermott refers to him. And he's never lost one this year when he was really bad at them before. So I expect him to continue to trust in his staff, and then just put us in the right position. If he feels our offense is cooking and it's 4th and 3, go for it. If he you know if he thinks we're struggling and it's 4th and 1 and he doesn't believe we can get it, kick the ball away. Make the right decision.
Mm-mm-mm. Okay. Well, I'll tell you this. I think McDormand, one thing that will say that McDormand doesn't, my coach doesn't do is adjustments. I think you guys are pretty good, especially McDormand is good at making the adjustments first half to second half, and you can see those in the games. It's clear as day. Um, he's not perfect either, but I will give you guys this when it comes to his time management. He's definitely a lot better than McDaniel. McDaniel is right now he's having an issue with killing the clock and having an issue with um knowing when to call timeouts. Man, those two things are just atrocious for us, and I mean atrocious for us. It's horrible, horrible, horrible. So for me, I think McDermott should be good at it again. But I am with you, and I do understand it is going to be tough for our offense to get plays called because that is a very loud place to play at. Period. Now, good thing is we don't have to worry about our players' lives because you guys won't have weapons of mass destruction to throw at them. So I don't have to worry about that and my players. But I'll tell you one thing, this game isn't in December. This game is in November, early November, literally early November. I think that's even better for us than it is for you guys. I think that's going to play even better for us than you guys. And we're going to
Well,
take advantage of that.
for your sake, I still don't hope so. But you you might know because I don't remember off the top of my head. But what's Tua's record in weather 70 degrees and below?
He's all right.
I want to say it's like 1 in like 15 or something crazy.
So close to that.
It's going to be a beautiful 55, no wind. So
57 overcast, okay? That's what they got it projected at. And look,
that's perfect
that,
football weather for anybody.
that's what I said. It's perfect football. Listen, I remember last year for Christmas, or the year before for Christmas, it was 40 degrees in the stadium. See, I'm channeling my
Yeah.
my winter apparel right now.
You want to know
But
how wild the weather is this year? Last year, because I had memories pop up on Facebook, Halloween it was snowing, and yesterday it was 75 degrees in New York. So to be 55 on November 3rd, man, that you can't for in Buffalo, you can't ask for better football weather.
yeah, you really can't. You absolutely can't. And I personally, I like it. I like it. I think it's going to be perfect weather for us. Again, one thing I will say our defense does have to do is contain. I don't know how. We're not good at getting organic pass rush, and our guys are just they're really bad. They're creating pressures, but not getting to the quarterback. But one thing we have to do is contain Josh Allen in the pocket. Yes, he can still beat you with his arm. I know this, but he's even more deadlier when he does what he does best, which is extending plays by scrambling out of the pocket. And we can't allow that. If we can contain him in the pocket, we can minimize his scrambling opportunities to extend plays and have our secondary cover. We should be good. Now, keep in mind they do love to run the two tight end set, so one of them might slip into the middle or just underneath to kind of relieve the pressure, the flat for Allen. So you have to watch out for that. But at the end of the day, if we can contain Josh Allen in the pocket, we should be. We should give us a much better opportunity to win this game and reduce how much he single handedly affects us. Now, the other thing too that we will, in my opinion, be better at, or we should be better at, and we need to be better at, is we gotta stop the run, man. We gotta stop the run with James Cook more than anything else. And I know this D line is not good at stopping the run whatsoever. Well, in yardage, yes, but when it comes to touchdowns, no, not at all. So we just have to hopefully this defense, our defense, Dolphins defense can go ahead and stop the run as much as possible. We gotta run the ball and stick with it and then our defense has to stop you guys' ball. But and listen, I overall think this is gonna be a great game. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. More than anything else, I expect this to be a brutal game. I don't see this as a oh, this is gonna be a blowout in either way. I don't see that at all. Um, but I'm very curious to hear from you guys. Sealer right now, they haven't given us his final. We should know by today if he plays. They haven't given us his final designation, but we got Lewis in the building. What's up, Lewis? Talk to us, sir. What are you thinking right now?
Good morning, Miss Phins and Sean. How are you guys doing?
Good,
We're
my friend.
good.
How are
We're
you?
good. Thank you. Thank you for coming through, man.
Mm,
Appreciate you. Talk
I'm
to us,
here to
sir.
I'm here to kill narratives, Miss Phins. That's what I'm here to do.
I love it.
Can
Okay,
can
kill your narrative, sir. Kill
can
your narratives.
can we please stop with we gotta stop. Oh my God, we're so past happy. All McDaniel does is when. You know what y'all sound like?
What you mean?
Again, y'all run with the easiest narratives in the world. No, Mike McDaniel does not just go, we're running the ball great, and all of a sudden just stop running the ball and pass every play. That doesn't happen. And
I
in it
agree.
when it does happen, again, I don't care about what people's feelings are, right? I don't care about if you don't like the pass. Oh my God, we should have ran on 3rd and 2. Well, on that 3rd and 2, if there's receivers running wide open, I don't care about the play call. That doesn't mean it's a bad play call. That means it's bad execution. So the fact of the matter is, it does. I don't care if Mike McDaniel decides to on 3rd and 2 want to throw the ball because again, I heard you guys earlier, and Sean made a very good point when he played the Baltimore Ravens, and he mentioned Derrick Henry. Right? I'm not saying we don't have a running back or running backs in Miami. What I'm saying is we don't have a Derrick Henry. The fact of the matter is, what Miami does have two $30 million receivers. And if you
Mm-hmm.
mean to tell me you're going to have two $30 million receivers, but everybody wants to run the ball 40 plus times a game, make that make sense for me. Because I don't know how you do that. The fact of the matter is, I just think people get in their feelings with our fan base. Sean, I'll ask you the question, right? If Sean McDermott is a defensive minded head coach, but let's just say, for the sake of argument, Sean McDermott, for this particular conversation I want to have with you, let's say he's an offensive minded head coach, Sean. And
Mm-hmm.
let's say, for the sake of argument, your fan base is killing Sean McDermott every chance they could get. Sean McDermott doesn't do this, he doesn't do this, he doesn't do this. He's horrible at that, right? If that's all you heard, Sean, and then you
Mm-hmm.
went back and you were breaking down the film, right? And everything people were telling you about Sean McDermott, you throw on the film and you see players again running up in the field, again, either wide open or what's considered NFL open. And let's say people were telling you, well, where's the production from your big time wide receivers and stuff? And then you put on the film, Sean, and you see your big time wide receivers NFL open or running wide open. Or let's say your fan base tells you, hey, why are we not getting our tight ends involved? And all of a sudden you throw on the film and you see your tight ends open all game long. But the ball is not leaving the quarterback's hands to those players. Sean, are you blaming Sean McDermott? Are you blaming your offensive minded head coach?
Blaming the quarterback.
Thank you. But you know what my fan base does, Sean? We blame the head coach. We blame the guy that's not throwing no passes, that's not missing no tackles, that's not missing no reads. You know what? Another thing is funny. We want to run the ball. How many times have we seen? Because the film will show you on a lot of these 3rd and 2,
Mm.
4th-and-1s, where we get stopped and everybody's like, "Oh my God, we don't have a running game. It's the offensive line." The problem is the running backs are running in the wrong damn holes. Is that a Mike McDaniel issue? Because I've never once seen. All I'm asking my fan base to do is show me one time Mike McDaniel has ran the ball, or one time Mike McDaniel has thrown the ball, or one time Mike McDaniel has dropped a pass. Right? That's what we want to blame Mike McDaniel for. Because on Sunday, when I threw on the Arizona film, I seen Waddle dropping passes that were hitting him in his hands. Is that a Mike McDaniel problem?
Nope.
I seen OBJ running, streaking in the middle of the field, wide open. The ball never even went his way. Is that a Mike McDaniel problem? Jonnu
Nope.
Smith streaking in the middle of the field, wide open, right? Or NFL open. The ball's not even going to him. Is that a Mike McDaniel problem?
Nope.
No. I did say
All I'm
earlier,
saying,
Lewis, though, player execution was important, though.
go, Miss Phins, everywhere I go, whether it's on Twitter or YouTube, all I hear is McDaniel, 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 McDaniel. But what the film shows me, it's players, 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 players. That's all I'm saying.
No,
So
you're
again,
right.
I just think we go with the quick and easy narratives, right? And to blame every coach. That's why Brian Flores is not here, because the fan base ran him up out of here. And that's why Mike McDaniel will not be here probably either after this season or maybe after next season, because the fan base will run him up out of here. But the things that have not changed under both regimes, and I only mentioned two, Miss Fins, Brian Flores and Mike McDaniel, is Tua Tagovailoa. He's still here. Or Jalen Waddle. He's still here.
Wait, wait,
Or
pause. Lewis, are you calling out Tua Tagovailoa, sir?
I've been calling him out. Again, I,
Okay.
I am the most objective fan in this fan base. The fact of the matter is, I put the blame
Mm,
of
second
uh,
most.
well
Second
again, that's
most.
debatable. That's debatable.
I would be the most objective, but
I I blame I
I can
blame
give it.
people. I blame people who need to be blamed, right? And the fact of the matter is, when I am I saying to, because Ms. Fins, I heard you, and one thing I do agree with you. Nobody is perfect, and I'm not trying to absolve Mike McDaniel. I'm not trying to absolve Chris Greer, Stephen
Hmm.
Ross, or anybody, because they're, again, everybody has blame. But for
Exactly.
me, the majority of what the problem has been this season is the guys that plays in between those white lines, not the guys that are calling plays, or not the guys that are sitting in leather chairs on Sunday. You see what
I
I'm
mean,
saying?
look how
It's the
many times
players.
we've seen it, Lewis. How many times have we seen the plays are there to be made, but the players haven't executed? This is why I said earlier. Maybe I should have probably emphasized it more. But this is why I said it earlier. Player execution is important because if they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing, we're never gonna get the points that we need. And the thing is, and I always, I don't know why, because I feel like I'm definitely extremely objective, but you cannot tell me, and I don't understand why people are upset when I say Tua absolutely contributed to our loss last week because again our defense gave up 26 points. That's it. The defense only gave up 26 points. That safety for me is on Tua, but that's just me. That's player execution. Same thing in this week, what we need from Tua. When I say I don't think it's bad for me asking for him to have 2 touchdowns in a clean game. Like that should be standard for any franchise
Absolutely.
quarterback. Like
Absolutely.
that's even bare minimum in my opinion. If you're really taking a look at it, like and I don't understand why people think that so he gotta be perfect. No, absolutely not. I don't expect him to be perfect, but I do need him to perform because you cannot
One
come out
thousand
here in
percent.
these press conferences. And I know you've seen these press conferences; they're so frustrating for me. Him coming out like with an attitude, which I'm okay with. I'm totally okay with, but then you gotta back it up. You gotta give me 2, 3 touchdowns in the air. You gotta
Absolutely.
put this team in a scoring position when you're down by 3 or down by a touchdown. That's on you. That's not on McDaniel. McDaniel could only set up the game plan. But if the guys don't execute, we're never gonna win. And the problem is people get upset because if you say something like that, you're just attacking one player. Like, get over yourselves, people. If I'm calling out Tua, I'm calling out Tua because he needs to be called out. If I'm calling out the defense, which I did, I literally went player by player who I said earlier needed to step up in this defense. So that's why I say I'm like, you can't tell me I'm not being objective. These are the guys that gotta perform, period. And especially Tua, since the ball touches his hands 100% of the time.
Well, people got Miss Fins. I'm the only one, and you know me. I go everywhere. I'm always listening, even if I'm not showing up in the chat or whatever. I'm just listening, right? And I'm the only
Mhm.
person since Sunday that has said what I'm about to tell you guys here. The fact of the matter is, I've heard everybody and their mama that has talked about the Dolphins blame McDaniel about Sunday. It's McDaniel's fault. He didn't scheme. He didn't do this. It was a play call here. It was a play call here. The fact of the matter is, if Kyler Murray was the starting quarterback of the Miami Dolphins, we win that game on Sunday. And that is a fact. And I'm the only
Yeah.
person in the community to say that. Because I
Well,
was
Lewis,
sitting
you
in
know
the
why they
stadium.
don't? You know why they don't? You know
Why
why they blame
why
McDaniel, right? Because they don't want to put it on anyone else. They don't want to say Tua. They don't want to say
well
Tyreek
well
Hill.
and Sean, that's the biggest problem with the fan base that I know and love. Because we're always talking about other teams and models of consistency, right? Well, you know what the Buffalo Bills have? How many years has Sean McDermott been y'all's head coach, Sean?
This
Eight
will
years.
be
This is the
year
eighth
eight.
year.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
he's in 8 year. We're talking about in my fan base, the one that I love, we're talking about firing a coach that's been here for 2 seasons and 8 games in. So how in the hell are you trying to build anything in Miami when every 2 years you want to blame the
Thank
guy that's
you.
supposed to be building something in Miami? Remember
Thank
the
Yeah.
you.
conversations we had with Brian Flores? Brian Flores
Louis,
got a
you
5 year
remember those
deal.
conversations? You remember the
Absolutely.
conversation that you and I had, which I told everybody and I told this fan base, I'm like, if we want to have any long term success, you got to have a regime and give them time to mess up and to get better. And didn't we talk about the Steelers being one of those teams that has the regime, and whether it may look bad, it may look, you give them time to fix it and you see the results. Three head coaches in 70 years. You got the Patriots with one head coach, 20 years, six Super Bowls. Like, come on, man. And we
Well,
want to
Miss
get a
Finn,
new head coach every 3 freaking years. So
absolutely.
frustrating.
Miss Phins, Brian Flores signed a 5 year contract. He didn't get to execute his plan because in 3 years we ran him up out of here. Adam Gase, 3 years. Mike McDaniel, now 2 years and 8 games in. We want his head. His head is supposed to be on the chopping block. Again, when I look at the Baltimore Ravens, this model of consistency, right? A playoff contender every season. Their head coach has been there for 18 years. Mike Tomlin in Pittsburgh has been there for 20 plus years, right? We just came out of a
Mhm.
dynasty that me, you, and Sean can all appreciate in New England. Their head coach, they're 20 plus years, right? But in Miami, the plan is, oh my God, it's not working out. Well, let's get them out. A bunch of crybabies in this fan base blaming the wrong people. But again, when I look at just the last two past regimes, because this thing for Miami has been a dumpster fire for 20 plus years, like
Mhm.
everybody has told me. The fact of the matter is, though, when I look at this team, the one I'm looking at right now, we have players that have been part of two regimes, right? And two head coaches that are on different sides of the spectrum. Brian Flores was a hard coach and a disciplinarian. Mike McDaniel was a friendly coach, a player's coach. The fact of the matter is, I don't think it was Brian Flores' fault, and I don't think it's Mike McDaniel's fault. I think it's some of the players that we need to call out that have been part of both regimes, like Jalen Phillips, like Javon Holland, like Tua Tagovailoa, like a bunch of guys. So
Like
instead,
a
how about
Waddle?
like a Jalen Waddle? How about instead of blaming everybody in their mama, how about we start blaming the people again that are getting paid 30, 40, $50 million a season to make plays? How about we start there and then work our way up the chain? But I'm just here to tell the fan base that I love, right? And the team that I love. Let's stop. Let's stop blaming everybody else and let's start putting some attention on the players in between the white lines.
It's true, man. It's so frustrating because right now, if you take a look at it, and we've said this too many times, we'll never see success. Look at Kansas City and what they did. Look at Kansas City and what they did. They had Alex Smith. What did they do? They got the head coach. They got Andy Reid. They had Alex Smith. They won with Alex Smith. They made it to back playoffs with Alex Smith. A lot of people want to forget about that. And guess who sat behind Alex Smith for a year? It was a young Patrick Mahomes who sat behind Alex Smith. And then after that, he took over. And guess what? For the last 6 years, 7 years, that young regime, if you will, because again, it's a new dynamic with their quarterback. Guess what? They've won three Super Bowls within those last 6 years. I don't know about you, but the examples are out there, ladies and gentlemen.
Well,
And
Miss
we
Fins, the thing is, right? And I see color up here. I'm going to let color cook. This is the last thing I'll say on the let's get rid of McDaniel. The fact of the matter is, Andy Reid, when he first started coaching in the Eagles, he was going to the playoffs and he was winning games. I get it, right? But the fact of the matter is, they didn't fire him when he was losing in the playoffs, right? They let him build and build and build. And now the end result is Andy Reid is probably going to go down as one of the greatest head coaches this game has ever seen. Whether you
Mhm.
like how this season is turning out to be, right, for the Dolphins, none of us
Mm.
like it because we're sitting here at 2-5. I get it. The fact of the matter is, McDaniel has been here for, again, 2 seasons and going into his ninth game of his third season. The first 2 seasons of Mike McDaniel's career, he's a playoff coach. He has 2 winning seasons and 2 playoff appearances. So you mean to tell me that's what you're trying to get rid of just because one season is not going our way? You're
Yes,
willing.
because
You're
they did
willing
it to
to.
McDaniel. I mean to
But
Flores.
well, again, I'm not here. I don't think it was right when we did it to Flores, but just because it wasn't right, I'm not going to put my feelings of how I feel about that situation. That's not Mike McDaniel's fault, in my opinion. Mike McDaniel didn't get Brian Flores fired, so because it was
No,
unfair of what we did to Brian Flores, why do I have to do the same thing to Mike McDaniel? Because again, let's go down the list. Dan Campbell is now coaching the Detroit Lions. Where did he start? Where was he a coach at before?
he was our tight ends coach for the Miami Dolphins, and he was also
Cool.
our interim coach when we fired Philbin.
Todd Bowles is the head coach in Tampa Bay now. Where did Todd Bowles get an interim head coaching job at?
He was also a Miami Dolphins assistant coach, and he was our interim head coach as well when we fired Tony Sperano, if I'm not
Cool.
mistaken.
Zach Taylor, the head coach of Cincinnati, that's been to an AFC Championship game and a Super Bowl. Where did he coach at before that, Miss Vince?
He was a positional coach for the Miami Dolphins.
Lou is
It
putting
just it
seasoning
it
on it now.
it just seems like a lot of people that want to run guys up out of Miami, they leave Miami and they have success. Is that what we're trying to do with McDaniel? Because again, McDaniel is not perfect and he has blame. But I'm a 43-year-old man that has been walking this earth for 41 of those years. And the fact of the matter is, I've yet to see a male or female that is perfect. Let's stop blaming
Facts.
and let's let people try to implement their plan and build something in Miami. Everybody talks about we do the same things over and over and over again. But those are the same people that tell me that are the same people crying to fire a coach every 2 to 3 years. And that's doing the same thing that we've been doing over and over and over again. And Miss Fins, I'll leave you with that. Salute to y'all. And that's how you cook in the morning. That's how you do it right there.
Thank you, Louis. Hey, before you go
Marinated,
though,
seasoned,
before
and
you go,
marinated.
you gotta do me a favor, man. You gotta let everybody know where they can find you, Lou. You gotta let everybody know where they can find you. I'm gonna give you the
Well, it's
solo floor real
well,
quick.
it's the Blitz pickup. We're on every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 7:30. We will be live tonight with me, myself, right, Alex and Tony. And we're just young, up and coming. But again, if you like what you just heard from me, that's what you get over there. It's raw, uncut. And again, I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just saying that's what you're going to get. You're going to get real
Cap,
Dolphin fans'
cap,
opinion.
cap. No, I'm just
I
kidding.
mean, yeah, yeah, absolutely. You're gonna get just what people really feel about this football team, and whether we're right or wrong, what that remains to be seen. But the fact of the matter is, you're gonna get raw, uncut emotion over there. So I appreciate it, Miss Fans. And again, it's Monday, Wednesday, Fridays at 7:30.
You heard it here, ladies and gentlemen. Lewis from the Blitz Pickup. Go subscribe to them. Let's get them to 1,000 subscribes, man. Awesome, awesome, awesome show. Awesome, awesome, awesome is you, Tony, and Alex. So go ahead and check them out. It is an awesome show, as always, ladies and gentlemen. And we actually have 4 content creators right now because we got Red Riding Bills in the building from Bills Mafia. We've got color commentary from the Phins tailgate, my co-host on League Wide Wednesday, and we got Lewis from the Bills Pickup. So, guys, I need all of you guys, if you have not done it already, please follow all 3 of these gentlemen. They're absolutely amazing. You're gonna get great perspective in the teams and in the division too. And something that you just heard from Lewis. Um, this fan base, man, we love you guys. but sometimes it hurts having to tell you the truth, and sometimes you just can't handle it. Miss Fence, guys, I tell you the truth all the time. I'm just nice about it. Lewis is just very rough, you know. So that's the difference. But yeah, guys, go check
He's
out the
over
Blitz
there.
pickup and check out Lewis over there. You were saying, Sean?
Yeah, I like everything he said. The only thing, like I always think it's execution, but I do think learn from mistakes or they see their players not executing properly, and then they don't go to the. I mean, obviously they're working on it, but then you go to the next game and it's the same situations all the time. There's no more. But yeah, like the Texans game, we get the ball back. Josh Allen has the worst game of his career, right? And we get it's 20-20. Somehow we're back in this football game, and we're pinned at the 2, and we could try to go into overtime. And again, Josh Allen had his worst passing game of his career, 30. He was 9 for 27 at the time. That we've seen for our team, obviously for him, and we put the ball in his hand. But now I would argue the coach made the wrong choice because he was struggling.
Yeah, I don't
He would have
know.
ran the clock out, or we went to overtime, and maybe still had a chance to win with how bad he was playing. But we passed the ball 3 times, went 3 and out, got a penalty, so we were backed up at the 1. The punter had no room. He punted it to the 50. They ran it back a couple yards. They made one pass play, and we lost the football game. So that to
Yeah,
me is coaching because he knew by the game, the first 60 minutes of the game, that Allen wasn't having his best day. And they still said, "Oh, let's pass it 3 times," instead of running it with the run game that was working. So it is execution, but a little bit coaches have to bear responsibility. Obviously, I know Lewis didn't deny that. Saying like I do blame coaches partly because it's stuff like that where you're like, man, he knew the players weren't executing, and he still did
Yeah,
the wrong
but
decision. And again, obviously, I always want the ball in Josh's hand, but
right,
to
but
me,
see,
that was
that's
just
the
a bad
thing.
move.
That's
And
the thing.
McDermott's been 8 years coaching, still making.
But that's the thing. You just because Josh Allen's having a bad game and you should be doing this or that or the other doesn't mean that their defense was letting you do this, that, or the other. So you could also say, well, if he wasn't getting the execution or the performance in order to defeat the defense when he tried to do this, that, or the other, then at some point you guys have to live and die by how you're built. And you're built to win by Josh Allen. So is it really a wrong coaching decision to say, hey, Josh has to work it out, even if he's having a bad game, because that's how you're going to live and die?
Yeah,
You
I
know what I
think it
mean?
was
yeah,
still wrong.
Same
Just
with us, with what Lewis was saying with the
I think
passing game. That's how we're built. If that's how we're going to live and die, that's how we're going to live and die. Just because the fans want us to run and all that doesn't mean the defense wants us to.
yeah. You gotta take what the defense gives you. What's
Hey,
up,
You know,
Color? Welcome up here.
what's up,
Shake
Color?
Money,
Hey,
what's up, Shake? Welcome
what's up,
up here
Jake?
too.
What's up,
hey,
Sean? How you doing? Miss Fins?
you know, but you know what's funny is,
I still think it was the wrong choice.
no, I was gonna say real
I still
quick,
think it was the wrong
one
choice
thing,
just because we are
I
pretty
think
even pass run team,
Well,
and
I'm
James
simply
Cook has
saying
been
that
very,
it may not have been
very
a
good for
choice
us. And
that
again,
was in
that
his
game
hand.
specifically,
I'm just saying it may not have been a choice
they
that's in
tried to
his
stop the
hand.
run and they couldn't.
I think
They
we're
tried to
having
stop the
some
run and they
connection
couldn't.
issues.
And in my hope, so if you ran the ball 3,
I don't think Sean can hear us.
can you hear me
Yeah,
now?
I don't think. Yeah, I think we're having some connection issues. Sean, give us a second, real quick, because I know Shake Money wants to say something real quick. Because I think he might have to go. But go ahead, Shake, real quick.
no, I just want to say, in the beginning with Dave Ball and Ken Dorsey, yeah, I think it was built around Josh Allen. But when I think the plan of Joe Brady was to take it away from Josh Allen and make it a balanced offense, so Josh Allen doesn't have to do everything by himself.
Yeah, that's not a bad take. Color, what you got on it?
Well, that may be true again, but that doesn't mean that the choice was his if their defense was playing well. If the other defense was playing well, you know what I mean? And again, ultimately, the identity of your team over the last 5 years has been Josh Allen. I understand what you're saying, that they're trying to, shift to different things, you know
Hey,
what
do
I
you want
mean,
to
and all
vacuum
that.
the bathrooms first?
But ultimately, I'm not sure if it's a bad coaching decision to say, you know what, we ain't going to get it any other way today. You know what I mean? And so if he's having a bad game, that's how we're going to die today. You know what I mean? It just is what it is. But as far as the McDaniel thing, no, I mean, other than okay, so Nene's taken a lot more heat than I have for it, but next to her, I'm probably the biggest Brian Flores supporter in the community.
No,
I mean,
absolutely not.
and I'm also the most objective. I don't know what y'all are up here talking about objective. Who's
No,
objective?
Cap.
Uh,
I'm the
Yeah,
most objective, and I'm
I'm the
definitely
most subjective.
that's debatable.
No, what? That? Are you kidding me?
Like Lewis said, that's debatable.
We're
Are
not
you?
kidding, and don't call me Shirley.
For example, y'all are talking about the safety. And, you might think objectively that safety lost us the game, but you'd be wrong because we had opportunities and control of the game after that safety. So here's the objective statement: the safety was the difference in the game, but it wasn't the reason we lost. So that's the objective statement. Anyway, that being said, we'll argue about the Flores thing another time, but I am the one that said, and the only one that said that Mike McDaniel should have a 10-year contract walking into the door. Because,
That is not
yeah, it
true.
is absolutely true. It's on
It's
recording.
not true. Color
It is absolutely.
commentary.
You
No,
might have
it's
agreed.
not.
You might have
Absolutely not,
agreed right off the bat.
bro.
But
I didn't. I didn't need to
I'm
agree
talking
with you,
about
Color.
talking about before we even hired the man. I said I don't care who it is, they need a 10-year contract. Because I'm sick and tired of the revolving door.
You know what, Color? Fine.
Besides
Okay,
that,
Color.
it don't matter. It
Okay.
don't matter. It's meant just to set the stage that and this is to AB people like AB that want to be like, oh, Miss Phins, now you're defending Mike McDaniel when all you do is rag on him all the time, every day. And it's like, this is the two-dimensional thinking that absolutely aggravates me with this fan base because it's like, look,
Hmm.
if y'all are insistent on firing McDaniel because he's doesn't understand how to run the clock out when his obviously if his team has limitations, you're not going to be throwing the ball on a sideline double covered receiver on 2nd and 12 when you're trying to run the ball out. I can criticize him for that without saying he needs to be fired for it. Because
Yeah.
bottom line, if his players executed earlier in the day, it wouldn't have come down to having to run the clock out with that last drive.
Ooh, so
If
true.
Tua is finding the receivers he needs to find all day, it don't come down to that. So just because I criticize McDaniel for not executing himself as a coach to overcome his team's lack of execution by calling the right plays at the right time, I can criticize him for that. But he's in his 3rd year. He has to be able to work through that. And as I said last week, this team has to we have to let this fail if it's going to fail. We can't force the fail and we can't force the win. We have to let it do what it's going to do.
Well, you know what makes it funnier, ladies and gentlemen? Everybody always told me, you gotta let Tua develop. You gotta let Tua develop. But they won't say that about our O line. They won't say that about our head coach either. I said the same thing about Flores that I said about McDaniel. Guys, you do have to understand that coaches have to develop too, right?
Right.
Like you
And I
gotta
would
let
say,
him develop too. You gotta take. They gotta take their
right.
lumps.
And if my non-college educated YouTube content creator rear end can figure that out about that 2nd and 12, I'm pretty sure Mike McDaniel, with his Ivy League education, can figure out that he made a mistake there.
Mm-hmm.
I expect that to be fixed. But how is it going to be fixed if he don't have the chance? Because the next coach is going to come in and make the same mistakes for 3 years. And as I said last week, you can replace this entire roster. You can replace everybody in the building. But guess what that next roster is going to have to do for us to win?
The same thing.
Execute.
Yeah. The same thing this is why I say I'm like the expectation should be the same, guys. That's why I literally give and you seen my spreadsheet color. So you know when I say I write this down, I write this down. It's not like I'm just coming up out of nowhere. And shout out to Adam S, one of our awesome members. Thank you so much. And shout out to everybody that donated in the channel.
Quickly, just to completely land my plane, Ms. Phins.
Go ahead.
What Lewis was saying, because I've been wavering, but what Lewis has been saying for the past couple of weeks and lately the past couple of days with about McDaniel has got me back on my square. You know what I mean? The man should have got a 10-year contract to begin with, and he shouldn't be going anywhere. He needs to have the opportunity to clean the slate and the garbage from the last 2 regimes completely and finally. If he was told, I want you to give it a shot and try to work it out, that's fine. But Ross needs to now be a man of his word and say, I'm not going to rely on what I told the public about your choice in quarterback. I'm going to rely on the quiet conversations we have behind the scenes, and I'm going to honor my word to you, McDaniel, and give you a shot to really put your signature on the roster, the team, everything going forward. And I'm perfectly fine with that. And I actually I would stand up for that.
So when you said, and Shay, what's up, Hooked Joe? Welcome. When you said that you wanted, the next head coach, before we got him, color, I said the same thing. But I'm not here to say that I said the same thing. I'm here to say is that I understand.
It's one of those things like 2 musicians come up with the same riff. That doesn't mean one of them ripped off the other. They just happen to come up with the same thing.
Because great minds do think alike. You know what I mean? And this is what people need to understand when I say this, especially when it talks about our GM.
That's how you know it's a rational, logical thought. You know what I mean?
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. I'm like, we can think critically, people. Like, I don't understand why people don't. You gotta know your GM. You gotta know your owner. You gotta know, like, we think the people up here. We think critically about our team. That's the difference between us and just a regular fan that watches.
Like Lewis said, it may be wrong, but it's logical and it's rational.
Yeah, we think critically about our team. So I've been saying this forever. I know because I've had these conversations with my dad. Oh my God, for over 15 years about this. The reason why he left the Dolphins is because he was so upset of how this organization has been ran. He just couldn't take it no more. He's like, no, I want stability and I want something like the Steelers. Something that has longevity, something that you can depend on.
And is there some subjectivity? Yeah, we're human. And it's like the stuff that I choose to be subjective on can be crazy subjective. You know what I mean? Absolutely.
Yeah, we're also.
But all in all, I'm still trying to come from a logical, rational place. I'm not trying to think like I'm still trying. If it does, in other words, one of my takes might be crazy subjective, but if it's not actually rationally logical, I'll abandon it.
Yeah, and by the way, Color, I just want to point out that I was the first one to say that McDaniel needed an 11-year contract. So
I did hear that. I did hear that. Just now. Jake, I love you, man. Oh my God, Hooked up Joe, what do you got on this, man? Because this game is so important, dude. And what you got on this team? Because right now, whew, man. It's rough out here.
I'm in agreement with Caller on the McDaniel thing. I mean, how many coaches out there don't suck? How many head coaches out there would you say are excellent coaches in the whole NFL? I'd say a handful that you'd say, now
5.
that's the
Yeah.
guy I want. One hand.
5.
And so to say, we're going to keep changing until we find one of those 5. And we're only going to give them 3 years to become one of those 5. Of those 5, how many of them did stellar in their first 3 years?
Exactly. How many?
None of them.
How long did
Because
it take
none
them
of
to
them
become them
do.
5? Right.
So to me, I'm just, and you know me, I'm always kind of like just evolve with the team, and whatever happens is going to happen, and we aren't going to control it or anything. So in my mind, just, I mean, if some killer head coach fell in our lap somehow, I'd be fine with, okay, we found, I don't see it happening, but not with our GM. I think what's going to happen is we're going to stick out with what we got. And, if Ross sells, that's the only time we're going to see a GM change, is because just recently he's like, I trust my people. I know you're always going to say that, and that could change in a moment's notice, but I think we do need some continuity, and let McDaniel keep making his mistakes till we find something better. And we're
Yeah.
going to lose to the Bills. I was joking earlier.
Right.
And that's my take on the Bills game, is we're going to lose.
Right. And hooked up
Yeah,
though. But if we let McDaniel work through it, we may find better by him finding himself. You know what I mean?
At least we'll know, and we'll have done something different, because we just been, we all know the roller coaster we've been on with that. And we're all talking about wanting to do it again. It's just like QBs. The QBs and the head coaches are the same thing. How many QBs would you say? Okay, like even Stroud, right? Stroud yesterday, he was missing the open receiver. He was making some bad plays, as much as he did dynamically and all that good stuff. I mean, if that was Tua, we'd be picking out every single thing he did wrong and just jamming on it.
I thought the same thing last night, hooked up watching that. I'm like, wow, he's got problems too. Like, why ain't nobody, you know what I mean?
And he's the guy everybody says, CJ Stroud. I'm like, well, who would you want if you could pick somebody right now? And it's like him. And then, but that even
slump.
rotates. Everything
Sophomore
goes up
slump
and down.
is what we say.
Yeah, he looked like a deer in the headlights in the fourth quarter last night.
I mean,
Yeah, he was definitely off his game.
Like a young player, you know what I mean?
But you kind of expect it from him being so new.
But yeah, exactly. But do you think they're gonna get rid of him, or they're gonna develop him?
Hey, if they do, we need to get him.
Jesus Christ!
Hey, no more than the Jets are going to get rid of Garrett Wilson. How'd you like that? I told y'all, the man's got the sight. The man has the gift. He is one of the top. I'm telling you,
Man,
Garrett Wilson is the real deal.
catch.
I didn't
was
even
amazing.
see what you mean.
Both catches, Lance. Both were one-handed.
Yeah, but that one for the touchdown. Holy crap! that was that. Man, and that was his first touchdown, wasn't it? Or was
no, the first one he snagged a bullet across the middle somehow one-handed and took it into the end zone.
Yeah. But that one where he jumped up, oh my God!
Beckham-esque.
That was just amazing.
That's big time. He's JJ Odell Beckham level, DeAndre Hopkins level. He's definitely got the gift.
Well, that who was it? Was it the corner or receiver that we had that did a one-handed catch? I think it was a corner.
Yeah, that was a corner.
And it was
a cornerback.
I think it was in the end zone, and he jumped up with one hand backwards, if I remember right, and caught it.
Yeah, and that was a short little guy too, wasn't it? That was
Grimes. Grimes, I think it was Grimes.
Yeah.
Because I remember he had to jump extra tall to get that.
Yeah. That was an amazing catch, too.
I watched the first half and I was done.
So you're saying Tyreek is no Brent Grimes?
Well, apparently he's no Wilson now either.
The sad thing is he's no Odell Beckham Jr., and that's why I can't figure out why Odell wasn't on that play on that fade.
I
And that's the little stuff I'm talking about right there. Now, whether that's McDaniel making a mistake in personnel or whether that's McDaniel getting rolled over by a personality like Tyreek, I don't know. But if you're insistent upon calling such a low probability play, don't you want to put one of the best hands and eyes in the league on that play?
on the field. Yeah.
Right. If the play's not a matter of getting to the spot as much as it is getting the right timing and catching the ball
That's
and
it, right.
seeing it.
That's a 50-50 ball, right? And Odell is our 50-50 guy. Whether he's still good at that, I don't know. But that's the guy that's supposed to get that opportunity.
Man, I'll tell you. I'll tell you this. What frustrates me is that to see the Jets having their wide receivers, play the way they are, and we have the $30 million receivers. I better be seeing something special coming out of our passing game this game. I do. There's nothing else to expect. The
Well, if we're
Jets are second in the division, ladies and gentlemen. That cannot happen.
well, Miss Phins, can you remind me? I forgot the exact numbers. Can you remind me of what my score prediction was
Yeah.
on League Wide Wednesday? By the way, make sure you're checking us out on at 8 o'clock. Miss Phins, I join her. I graciously she allows me to join her on Wednesday nights for League Wide Wednesday, where we talk about the entire league and do our pick'ems. So if you want to find out any game of the week and what color thinks about it, you can find it there on Wednesday nights.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, come check out myself, Miss Fins, and Mr. Calcantara
Where I
League
did, where I
Wide
did have the
Wednesdays.
Jets, where I did pick the Jets winning last night.
Stop it. Stop. And I remember that too while I was watching the first half. I'm like, maybe, the Texans, it was a completely defensive game in the first half.
Well, I
And
knew
I don't
all
know.
it would take was Rodgers to finally find a groove. Now that may only
Yeah.
have happened for 3 quarters so far.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying,
23 of
you
20,
And
do
let's
not
color.
let
you do
let
not put your money against a Hall of Famer. You just don't do it. It don't matter how where he's at in his career. You do not put your money against a Hall of Famer.
Didn't you pick
Period.
Brees Hall to be impactful too?
I
Yes, you
did,
did.
but I don't know if he had such an impact.
I don't think so either.
it,
So
it,
I'm
it,
not giving him
it,
to you.
Joe
it'll
Mixon,
be
on the other hand, with the greatest name of all time,
I got him in my
had a great
fantasy.
game last night.
Yo, Joe Mixon was killing it out there. I was so happy. I'm like, yes, let's go, Joe Mixon. I was so happy. Holy smokes.
and if Aaron and Adams hook up like they used to, get that continuity in it.
Right. And,
Oh, where
We're
and
the
notice
screwed.
how notice how
We're not making the playoffs.
notice how
We're not making the
notice
playoffs.
something.
it's a
But,
done
but
deal.
notice something, guys. Notice something. As soon as they got to a 2-possession lead, their defense all of a sudden became that
Oh my,
vaunted Jets defense again. You see what I'm
yeah,
saying? It's all
yeah.
relative, and people don't understand that when they blame the defense for letting Kyler cash in last week. It's like, what did you expect him to do? You just gave him an
Well,
opportunity back. You just relinquished control of the game.
I
Yeah.
think Stroud got
Paid,
scared.
he's paid hundreds of millions of dollars to make you pay for that.
I
And he
think maybe
did.
one of the reasons I think Stroud didn't play that well is 8 sacks. Didn't he get sacked like 8 times?
Right. Yeah.
I mean,
Now you're
what
telling me.
quarterback wouldn't feel some way?
So this is why I kind of ease up a little bit on the Tennessee game from last year. However, that would be. It's not as if the Jets are slated to have as high a powered offense as we are. So when you're talking about not being able to seal a game, even though your defense collapsed 2 possessions, you still had 2 opportunities to seal that game with your
Yep.
highly vaunted offense. So it's not, there is a little bit of a difference, but I can see why people, well, Color, you said that it wasn't the defense's fault against Tennessee. Well, I guess you got me there a little bit, but you got to realize we're talking about our offense not being able to seal a game.
Right.
That's much
That's
different
true.
than the Jets and the struggles they've been having on offense for 3 years straight.
It's true. And ladies and gentlemen, this awesome panel is brought to you by Chef Jew and Chef Juice Catering. Go ahead and do me a favor and check out Chef Jew and Chef Juice Catering and Sweet Treats. Looking for a great cater for your next birthday, business, office party, etc. with mouth-watering cookies, cake, spice, and more. Go ahead and call Chef Jew at 786-804-8096. That's 786-804-8096 or via Facebook Messenger or Instagram at Chef Jew Catering. That's Chef JU Catering for more information. And mention Miss Phins to get 10% off your catering order. Thank you so much, Chef Jew. Appreciate ya. But, gentlemen, since I have you guys up here, listen, I told you guys this on Monday after I was so upset when we lost to the Cardinals. I said, I wouldn't even put it past the Dolphins to beat the Bills, just the way that this flipping team ends up being, man. It's so Dolphins for them to go ahead and beat the Bills somehow and lose the next three. Like, this is so Dolphins.
Well,
Ladies
the
and
somehow
gentlemen.
is the key. The somehow is the key, Miss Phins.
Yeah.
Because
somehow
I don't want it if it's because we got lucky or wow, we so Dolphins for us to beat the team we shouldn't beat. I don't want it like that. I'd rather just lose. I want it to be because we fixed our mistakes and because we fixed our problems, not just beating any team right now, but
and
beating the
because no
Bills.
talent.
You know what I
Because it
mean?
takes
I
no
want it to
talent.
be because of that. Not because, regression to the mean or the cards aligned or any of that. I don't want none of that. I'd rather just lose.
Color wants to lose, ladies and gentlemen. You
I
heard it
said
here
rather
first.
if it's like that. I
Oh,
didn't say
my
want
bad.
to.
Oh, I thought you said.
Well,
Hey, I'll take the win any way it comes. I'm just
Are
saying
you
how I'm
sure?
No. What I'm saying is how I'm going to orient my attitude next week depends on how we win if we were to pull it off and why
well,
we win.
You know what the headlines are going to say now since you said that.
I know, but whatever.
I
I'm just saying.
was like,
saying
what?
no. I'm saying if Josh Allen has a tummy ache, and that's why we win, I'm going to be letting people know on Monday that's why we won. I'm not going to be talking about, oh, we're back. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Well, listen, my
during
rational
halftime.
person me will probably mention, okay, he had a tummy ache and whatever, but my super homer me is going to be like, we destroyed the Bills.
But Miss Phins, if we were to win because, wait a minute, if we were to win because we forced them to punt and cashed in on that, if we were to win because we iced the clock at 3.5 minutes with a 4-point lead and didn't give Josh Allen the ball back, if we win because of those things, that's when I'm saying on Monday morning, hey, guys, I think we are getting things right and we do have a shot to really do this. You see what I'm saying? It's a complete different orientation,
well, if we're up,
whatever you want to call it.
If we're up at halftime, I don't want McDaniels to come to the podium and say we're back again. Like he did in that Arizona game.
On why we win, bro. Is really what it depends on. Why we win. If we win, obviously. Because I firmly believe that the only way to beat them fair and square, if everything is equal and everybody's healthy, the only way to beat them is by doing the things I just laid out.
Right.
You got to treat forcing them to punt should be seen as an interception. You have to cash in on that. You have to reward your defense for that against teams like the Bills. You just have to. If you go back and look at all of our losses to the Bills, those are the things we're missing.
That's the reason we lost the last games. It was exactly that stuff, and the way we.
Oh, in that case, we actually gave them short fields. So yeah, hooked up, Joe. You're spot on.
When does Chubbs get back? How many more games does
Listen, look, I'll tell you this.
He could be, but he's not.
He's not designated to return yet, A. And B, remember, ladies and gentlemen, he actually got injured at the end of the season. So the earliest you're
Oh
probably going to see
yeah,
him is what, week 14, maybe 15, 16,
15.
17, 8. Like, you're
Right.
not going to see him anytime soon, the
Right.
type of injury that he had. So he would be ready if we somehow were ready for the playoffs. He would be probably with 3 games to go. He might be back,
Right.
but would he be game ready? That's,
Right. Now,
he
normally,
wouldn't be.
normally, Miss Finns, there would be grace if, let's say, we lost, but we really played great and fixed all those problems. You know what I mean? And just
Yeah,
lost. Normally, there'd be grace, but at 2 and
right.
5, that's run out. We don't have a season left if we don't get this win.
If
So
we have to, yeah.
yeah, it doesn't even matter if we're happy with the way we lost. It just doesn't even matter because
We don't have the wiggle room.
there's no happy at 2 and 6.
If we would have won versus the Cardinals and we were what are we, 2 and 5, we would have been 3 and 4.
Yeah, if we fell to 3 and
Then you'd
5
be
in a
like,
good
okay,
in a
yeah,
good loss, you know what I mean?
we
That'd be
can
different.
manage.
There'd be
We
some
can
grace
manage. Now
because
we have to win this game.
it's all about fixing those issues that are the reasons why we've been losing. So if we fix those issues, why would we expect to lose going forward?
Now I think the offense is gonna get way better with Tua, because that's what the offense is telling you. They want to do better for Tua. Okay, whatever. I'm tired of even going up against that, which I think to me is extremely unprofessional. But let me put those feelings aside. I'm just gonna talk straight on this game. Tua does run this team better because it's made for him and his skill set. So now that we have him, this is the second game he's back from IR. Mister, I told everybody in the world that I was ready 3 days afterwards, and I've been preparing as if I had a game. Okay, you need to show us, because you crapping on your center and on your team, that's not the look when you're not dropping 45 points a game. You see what I mean? You can talk smack, in my opinion, when you're putting up points. You can't be talking smack when
Right.
this is what you're doing.
Right.
Like,
We're not the type of team that's going to blow anybody out anymore. We're either going to
No.
get blown out or we're going to win or lose a close game. And those little things that I'm talking about are keys to winning instead of losing those close games. And so those, like you said, Miss Vince, those keys take no talent. They just need to be fixed.
mm,
And we have a shot to beat anybody. Mudbone, excellent state. Mudbone is saying exactly what's in my head. This is why I always preach getting out to a 2-possession lead, because the way our team is built and defense is built, the only way it thrives and succeeds and it is by being able to pin its ears back and not have to worry about the run. That's how every defense is built. So when you get out to a 2-possession lead, that's why it snowballs, because these defenses can just come at you. They've taken away 3/4 of your playbook.
Did I hear right that
unbelievable.
they're going to give Jalen Wright the ball more?
We gotta see. We don't know. It's
See,
not a guarantee.
there again, I think that's where we're missing it. And if McDaniel continues to see the team from that perspective and what the fans complain about, we're not going to get any better, because it has nothing to do with Jalen Wright getting the ball more. If Mike McDaniel wants to ease him in, wean him in, whatever, because we've got good running backs in front of him, okay, fine. Maybe it's a in practice issue where the other guys are hitting the hole better. Who knows what it is? Okay.
Right.
What I'm saying is 2nd and 12, when you're trying to run the clock out, that's when Jalen Wright needs the football in his hands, because of the type of running back he is, how good he is, and how fresh he is at that point of the game.
Right, fresh.
Okay. All we needed, and I'm going to yell this till the top of my lungs till people remember I
Yell
said
it,
it.
color, yell it.
We needed 1 yard to win that game last week. 1 yard.
But how many games have we just needed a
No,
couple
no, but
yards
it's
to get the
different.
first
No, it's
down?
different. It's different, Miss Phins, because this is where I put it on Mike McDaniel's lack of execution to overcome his team's mistakes by saying we're still in the lead. We need to run this clock out. Okay, it's 2nd and 12. This is how it transpired. We threw a 30 yards pass to the sideline to a double covered Jonu Smith that went incomplete. Clock stopped. No yardage gained. 3rd and 12. We threw a pass completed across the middle. Hallelujah, for 11 and 3/4 yards. Okay. Everybody thought it was 12 yards. So we challenged that to get the first down. Whoop-de-doo. Hallelujah for us. But guess what happened there? The clock stopped. Okay. Now let's rewind. 2nd and 12. We just got stopped for -2 yards. So the natural instinct is to do something different besides run or short yards pass, right? Like a sure thing pass, right? But those are the only options there because even though you just lost 2 yards, if we would have gained 1 yard on that 2nd and 12, what does it make it, Miss Phins? 3rd and
Mm.
11. Now that pass that was 11 and 3/4 yards doesn't need to be challenged. And on both of those plays, the 1 yard run and the 3rd and 11, the clock is continuing to run. That is a full 90 seconds that we could have taken off the clock
Where it
by,
wouldn't have allowed them
by,
to go down
by,
the
by
field.
earning 1 yard on 2nd and 12. That's a coaching error. That's a play calling error, a situational play calling error. And I just believe, forget about Jalen Wright getting the ball more. I'm talking about right there on that 2nd and 12. You need to be sending Jalen Wright on some kind of counter trap or up the middle or something to gain 1 yard so that your 3rd down is more manageable. And I know 3rd and 11 is not considered a manageable down, but with the way the game transpired on the next play, it became more manageable than 3rd and 12 because we had to stop the clock to get that first down. And I just don't understand why people can't plainly see that course of events that way. It's fundamental football. I actually personally would have rather not challenged that play, taken the 4th and 1, let the clock continue to run. And then because I expect my team to get 1 yard there, we can pick up the first down on 4th and 1. Either way, one's more riskier than the other.
Yeah, well, the problem
Get
you
1
have is
yard.
McDaniel
If
hasn't
you
learned
get
from
1
these.
yard, 1 yard on that 2nd and 12, Miss Phins, equals 90 seconds off the clock that we could have taken. And guess what? Taking 90 seconds away does, even if we end up punting on that drive, guess what? Taking 90 extra seconds away does to Kyler Murray.
Less time for him to go down the field, to scramble, and to be able
And
to
it
score.
takes 3/4 of his playbook away from him. That's the hugest key of it all. Because that's why these defenses look good in that situation. That's why the Jets defense looked good last night when they had a 2-possession lead with 2-something left. Because the Texans had no playbook left. It's fundamental
It's
football.
just, it's
Am I the only
frustrating.
one that sees this?
Yes, color commentary. Apparently, no one else on earth saw this either. I'm not messing with you, color. You're
Well, I mean,
1000% right.
it's
No, no, no,
amazing. It's
no. But the thing
amazing how
is, you're
little it's
right.
talked about as the reason we
No,
lost that game.
but you're right. It's killing the clock, that time management. But we've seen this in so
So
many
again,
games.
it wasn't the safety is not the reason we lost the game. The safety ended up being the
It's one
difference.
of the
No, no,
reasons.
no. What I'm saying is the safety ended up being the difference in the score. But the safety is by far not the reason we lost.
It's one of the reasons.
Not
You
even
cannot
close.
deny.
Not even close.
Okay, we're gonna differ on that. Hooked up Joe, it looked like you had something to say. Talk
Agree
to
to
us.
disagree.
I
Yeah.
was saying, yeah, I agree with him, and I got a drop. So thanks for having me up. Thanks
Of
for the
course,
show,
Hooked up Joe. You
as
know I
usual.
love your logo, man.
Fins up.
Thanks, Joe.
Fins up,
Now,
Joe.
to your point, Miss
Later
Fins,
on.
if Tua handles that snap and we don't get the safety, yeah, we end up winning. But that's a reason why we didn't win, not a reason why we lost. Two different things.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick to my point, but hey, you bring a great. The thing is, there were way more
Like
opportunities
I
than
always say
even.
about
Oh,
Tua
there
in
were way
general.
more opportunities. It wasn't just a safety.
Well,
I'm,
Miss
I'm
Fins,
with you on that one.
Miss Fins, just hear the nuance real quick because it's the same thing I've always said about Tua when we lose. Like he's never the reason we lose. He's just not the reason we win.
Another reason why I say he doesn't elevate the team.
Like he's not the reason. He's the reason we don't win. He's not the reason we lose.
Right, but
We lose for other reasons. You know what I mean?
he's part of the reason, is what I always say.
Yeah, he's definitely every player is part of the reason,
Right?
including
He's
the
the
Yeah.
coaching
reason
staff.
we did not win.
Yeah.
That's
He
subtly
doesn't elevate the team
right, but I'm
enough to
saying,
get the win.
saying that he's the reason we don't win is subtly different than saying he's the reason we lose.
I mean, really, if Tyreek would have
No,
caught
that's
two
just
of those,
semantics, bro.
It
Losing
is
and not
semantics,
winning
but
is
it is
no.
true.
Losing and not winning, it's literally the same thing.
That's not
Losing and
true.
not
That's
winning is
not
the same
true.
thing.
That's
Yes,
not
it
true.
is. Yes, it is.
Not when you're talking
At the
about
end
a
of the
team
day,
sport. Not when you're talking about a team game.
no, no,
The
no, no, no,
team
no, no,
loses.
no,
The
no,
team
no, no,
loses. The
no,
quarterback doesn't win. The team loses.
well,
no.
when you throw three
The stat line
interceptions
is
and
still an L
But
color
it's
is where
not
I'm
an
coming
L
from.
for Tua. It's an L for the team.
Is he not part of the team?
Does the team not rest of the team not have to put a big L on their chest
Yes,
the rest of the week?
yes, they do. They both get the
Right,
L.
and
It's what I'm
Tua,
saying.
right, no, what I'm telling you is Tua gets the DNW. Did not win.
Okay. Okay, color. With
That's the
your
subtle difference. And it
no,
is semantics. You're
no,
right. It
okay,
is semantics, but it's still true.
no,
And
no.
it's still logical.
You know what?
I can't comprehend
Okay,
it.
bro, a loss is a loss. It don't matter how you slice it. At the end of the day, a loss is a loss, bro.
Yeah, but it's not on Tua. Tua gets the DNW label. The whole team gets the L.
Okay, pause because this is. I always have to. Oh, God. I always have to remind people, it's never 100% on one player, on one player,
No,
on one
but
coach, and none of that. We know that.
wait a minute. Let me give you another example. Take it off the quarterback. Quarterback, team, and everybody has a great game, and we're playing a great team, and it's 30-30, and it's a 25-yard game-winning field goal attempt, and Jason Sanders misses it. I'm not going to say Jason Sanders lost the game. I'm going to say he gets the DNW there, and the team gets the L. Jason Sanders did not win there, but the team lost.
No,
Yeah, he lost us the game, bro. He lost
he
us
lost
the game.
us.
There's no way of putting it, bro. There's no way of putting it, color.
I got y'all
Oh,
spun
he
out on
lost us the
semantics.
game,
I
dude.
didn't
I
mean to
know.
do that. I
Yo,
didn't mean to do that.
Aaron, I'm gonna bring Shake Money up. What's up, Shake? Welcome back. I'm gonna tell you right now, real quick. Watch the World Series, bro. Game 5, and I said it, and you were here. We were watching League Wide Wednesday, and did not yell when Aaron Judge made that absolutely horrific error in the 5th inning, and I told you, ding, and you literally said, "There you go,
No,
Miss
but
Phins.
no, but
That's
wait
when
a
it
minute. Wait
starts.
a minute. You
That's when
can't
it
use a
starts.
baseball.
That error led to
You
another
can't
error
compare
to
to
them scoring
baseball.
5
You can't compare to
fripping
baseball because baseball is the ultimate individual sport. It's not considered a team sport.
Oh, so you mean to tell me the Yankees didn't lose that game? It was
No,
Aaron Judge
I'm
that lost
telling
that
you,
game? Bro, come on.
ask any sports expert, they will tell you baseball is an individual sport.
You know what, Color? Okay. Okay. As an individual sport.
Now,
You're right.
real quick, Lazy
You're
Eye
right.
says either way the team lost and he's part of the team. What don't I get? What I'm saying is what you all are trying to do is make him be the only one that has an L on his chest for the whole week.
No, I didn't do that at all this week.
That's what you're saying.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm sorry, guys, but have I not said this team lost?
When they make a double out, that's not a team.
There are
Connecting
plays
to
that
each other?
require team that require teamwork, but the game is an individual sport.
I don't know about
All
that.
it takes is one home run to win an entire game.
Just
Well,
like
it takes one touchdown.
I was gonna say it only takes one touchdown,
Not
one
true.
field goal.
Not
It only
true.
takes one 3-point
true.
shot or a free
Not
throw,
true.
bro. Like
or one
true.
safety.
Not
One
true.
safety like
Not-
we just had.
That's not true. That's not true because the team has nothing to do with what happens when that ball meets the bat. The team has everything to do with whether a quarterback scores a touchdown or not.
that's not true because a quarterback can keep it and run it himself.
So you're
So what
telling
are
me
you
that
talking about?
So you're telling me a quarterback can go out there 1 on 11 and score a touchdown?
Bro.
Because when a baseball batter is batting, that's 1 on however many they got in the defense. It's up to what his bat does to that ball, not the rest of the team.
Man, the Dolphins got you all messed up.
I'm telling you, baseball is not a team sport. Championship baseball might be. I'll give you that. You can't win a championship without teamwork in baseball. I'll give you that. But none of them players' money is dependent on whether they win or not. It's
Did we say anything about money? Don't bring money into this, bro.
That's precisely the point. It's a professional sport. And the fact of it is, if a guy is 333, it don't matter if he's ever won a game or been part of a winning team. They're going to give him $500 million.
Because they have no cap, dude.
Because it's an individual sport.
Oh, okay. It's not an individual sport, in my opinion, but I can see how you would see it as an individual sport. I can see how you would see it
and I'm
as
telling
an
you,
individual sport.
Most talking heads in the world see it that way.
Okay, that's great.
I didn't just come up out of it with it whole cloth.
I didn't. I mean,
I'm not that smart.
Again, last time I checked, it was the New York Yankees lost to the Dodgers in 5 games, but
and it was great.
I get it.
I hear you.
It was horrible.
Hockey,
it was great.
Team sport.
Whatever.
Basketball, even team sport. Even though basketball can look like an individual sport sometimes, you can still small ball and win a championship in basketball.
Go ahead, Shay. Someone take over because now.
No, I just wanted to say the reason I disagree with the whole if we would have let's say we would have taken a minute and 20 seconds off the clock, I don't think it would have made a difference because they still had all 3 timeouts.
Okay,
they didn't use the timeouts because they had enough time to on the clock.
You're correct. But either way, so they don't have those timeouts, but they got the time. It still changes their like what they have available to them.
The plays, the amount of plays and the type of plays they have available to them. Color's right in that aspect. I still don't agree.
And there's also a good chance. There's also a good chance that you wear them down and hold on to the ball there. You know what I mean?
But if you look at the drive, they intentionally milked the clock. They let the clock drain.
I know. That's what they're supposed to do. That's why you don't let them have the ball back. And the thing of it is again, if that transpires different, maybe they call different defenses because of their urgency. maybe we're able to move into field goal range and make it a 5-point game.
Yeah. Hit
Then
that
they
like
have to go
button,
down.
guys. Hit
Then
that
they
like
can't
button.
play that milking the clock thing because they got to make sure they get the touchdown. And guess what? We haven't given up hardly. I mean, we gave up a passing touchdown or two to them, but still, we were still, good at defending pass touchdowns.
And let's say we didn't get the they didn't get the safety. There's no guarantee that the Arizona Cardinals wouldn't have scored a touchdown at the end.
Right.
I mean, it's still a 50-50 chance that they would have scored a touchdown at the end.
Right. The fact of it is, we had control of the ball and the lead well after that safety. So it is impossible for the safety to be even though it's the difference in the score.
Yep.
It could have been a reason we won. It could have not getting it could have been a reason we won. You're correct.
I'm still
Tua didn't win there.
One thing about the NFL is not having a lead doesn't guarantee win. It just increases your chances of winning.
Right. But we had control, is what I'm saying, Shake. The safety didn't lose us final control of our destiny, is what I'm saying. We were still in control of our destiny well after that safety.
Well, if Tyreek would have caught in that ball for a touchdown, we would have won. Still.
Which one? The one that was
there was actually two of them.
Yeah, but missed. You can the short pass. I don't even harp on because there was 3 or 4 other plays where he could have thrown for 23 yards and got a touchdown. So people hyper focus on certain things because that's part of the old narrative about his arm. I don't have to prove to nobody that the guy doesn't have a strong arm anymore. So I don't feel the need to pick on that short pass. You know what I mean?
Right.
It is what it is.
Listen,
Tyreek,
all I know,
back to the huddle and saying you got to throw that earlier if you can't get it that far.
Right.
Buffalo Wings is in the building. What's up, Buffalo Wings? Sweep. That's adorable.
And that there's the one play that I've focused on that I've pointed out with where Smythe is breaking wide open on the post route, and it never occurred to me until a couple days later to go actually count the yardage from where Tua was standing to where Smythe, or where he would have had to throw the ball to hit Smythe for a likely touchdown. That was 23 yards. It's 23 yards. So we're not even talking about he has to have a strong arm. If he puts a 23-yard pass on a rope to the hash mark right over the linebacker's head, Smythe is likely bowling over the safety into the end zone. That happened several times throughout the game with various different players, as Lewis pointed out earlier. OBJ on another one. Jonnu Smith on another one.
OBJ
none of those had anything to do with that short pass to Tyreek.
You're not wrong. OBJ's upset, man. You can tell he is not liking his lack of targets right now and lack of opportunities.
Well, people are saying it's by design, and it's not.
At the end of the day, and this is why people get upset, and you know what? I have to say it. Lance, you can go next, and I've said this before in the past, and I said it too. There's a lot of meat left on the bone. And when people say that Tua shows us he's a one-read quarterback, and then when you go into the All-22 or you even take a look at the game and you see that there's opportunities out there he's just not taking, don't be mad at those who point those things out. There are a lot of opportunities out there. McDaniel's play calling is not, everything's not 100% fault of anyone. But the thing is, the only person I know that gets the ball 100% is 2 players, the center and the quarterback. He's got to elevate the team. He needs to be the one to distribute that ball.
Pull up Bones' comment, by the way, Forget you,
Someone
Bones.
should do a show with all Tua's interviews and listen to him. He's not going to do no more than
He said it out of
what
his
the
own mouth,
play
Miss Phins.
called for. He said this his first 2 years ago he said it.
Yeah,
Weren't we live when we were talking about it how
probably.
he literally said
Yeah, it
that,
caused a big rigmarole. Remember, we were
yeah,
arguing
I'm
for
not here to
days
play
about it. Right.
hero. I'm not here to be a hero.
Yep.
I was like, what the
And the two
what
ears were like, "That's not what he said. That's not what
really?
he meant. That's
Because you
not
could
what he
go
meant."
back. How do you know what he meant? I can only go by what he said. And
Right,
in that
right.
moment, he literally said, I'm not here to be a hero.
By the way, it's PBS Kids Hour, so forget you, Bones.
Wait, did he say something?
He'll understand. He'll
Oh,
understand. Forget
oh,
you.
okay. Okay, yeah, because it's PBS
It's
Kids
Kids
in
Hour.
here.
Yeah,
Guys, hit
PBS.
that like button. We got 80 people who have answered the question, ladies and gentlemen, of who's gonna have a better game, Tua and Allen. I'm gonna close this question now. 80 people, but we only have 37 likes. Guys, we need 10 more likes at least. Can we get the 50 likes, guys? We need 13 more likes. Hit that like button, guys. You're getting quality entertainment over here in the mornings. Who's gonna give it to you? Miss Fans. So come on here. Check out Miss Fans. Check out the merch for Miss Fans. This is our fundraising shirt that we're doing for Dolphins Cancer Challenge, guys. It's $25. You can reach out to me. DM me on Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, or email me at missfins@yahoo.com. And let me know what the size. And if I gotta mail it to you, we can also mail it to you. I believe it's about $5. So go ahead and mail it to you guys. The website is being put together, so I'm working on it, guys. It should be great. I know I got a lot of t-shirts that are gonna be out here for you guys, but I need your help. We cannot get to 1,500 without you guys. I just had one of the awesome fans. Hey, we got two more live. We got two more subs. Thank you guys for subbing. Guys, we can't get to it. We need
Brr, brr, brr,
65 more
brr.
likes. Brr, 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 brr. How you know I was gonna do that, bro? You know I was gonna do that. I was
I
totally gonna
know
do that.
you. I know you.
Yeah.
I was giving you the deeper Friday version. Brr, 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 brr.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Seriously though, but I appreciate you guys because we're so close to getting to our 1,500 um goal. And you know it's funny, I think it was Lazy Eyes. He's like, I don't know how you're not bigger. You've got a great show and great content. And I'm a Falcons fan. I'm like, oh, thank you.
Yeah, we know
Uh,
why. We know why, lazy eyes.
And we
We just
got
don't.
another
We just don't.
sub.
We just don't harper on that around here because Miss Finns don't want to rely on that. She's
Let's
stronger than
go.
that. But we know
Let's
why.
go. Oh, listen, guys. Like I told you, if you guys go to my channel, you're gonna see the intro video, man, guys. My lord, it's literally the beginning. That's why I call it from the ground up. We're building this channel. It's still a young channel. We're building this from the ground up. We do this organically with you guys. You guys donating to the channel. You guys supporting the channel, coming up on the panels and subscribing, sharing to your friends and things like that. You guys make it happen. For here, we do it organically. We don't do any extra. We don't push nothing. We do it organically through you guys. It's the way that we do it, and every donation literally goes right back to the channel, guys. Um, and you guys keep it here. You guys want to continue to have awesome Monday, Monday to Friday content in the morning. That's what I'm here for. You gotta help me out here. ABAB says Gasicki shirt, bro. Color will tell you. Don't I already have the Gasicki, the Gasicki shirt on deck, man?
This woman wore
Uh,
her gritty socks to the game this week.
Literally, I wore my gritty socks to the game. It's Gasicki with doing the gritty, baby. Let's go. Let's go. So,
But
but
one of the
yes.
great things about the reasons why Miss Finn's growth is more organic and grassroots. The benefit of that, though, in the long run, is you got 1,436 real people. Not
Yeah.
accusing nobody of nothing. I mean, real in the respect that they intend to see you grow.
Yeah, I get it.
They're not just, hey, I subbed and I never watch again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, AB says, Miss Fizz, what about the music or movie channel? Dolphins channel is too niche, small audience. I get it, guys. I get it. But you know what? I started this channel because I love my team and I wanted some other people to talk to besides my family. So that's why I do it. And you don't see a lot of women in the space. And for me, I love talking
Well,
about my Dolphins. Um,
and again,
and
niche is relative because, where are how many of the 30,000 plus subscribers that, let's say, the great TD has, how many of them is it just, oh, I don't wake up this early in the morning and want to see Dolphins content this early? You got to tell me at least 10K of those would be people that would be like, oh, if I just knew, or, oh, it's on, something's on in the morning. You see what I'm saying? So we know the people are there. It's just a matter of whether they either don't wait, they're not up this hour or ready for Dolphins content at this hour, or whether,
Hear a bunch of argument.
or whether or whether there's other
not wrong
reasons
with
that,
that one.
but the point is once now that Stephen D's gone, I mean, this morning spot used to be filled with 150 people watching a show. Now you could say there's differences in people, so their numbers will obviously be different. I'm not saying Miss Phins is Stephen D or vice versa. You know what I mean? But you figure, okay, there was still that many people that wanted to engage about Dolphins content. So the disparity in numbers is kind of interesting to me. Like I would expect it to be like, okay, no, not Stephen D, not TD, not Reason even. But dang, you're talking about
I
TD
saved a
rocking.
lot of
What
money
is he up
since
to now?
Stephen
Like
D got off.
40,000 something?
Yeah, he's
And
very
there's
close to
not more than
40,000.
there's not more than there's not 1,500 people that have subscribed to Miss Fins yet when there's zero content on at the hour she is on.
8 a.m., ladies and gentlemen, Monday to Friday, 8 a.m.
I'm just saying it's interesting.
Yeah,
Hey,
I
hey,
have
I,
my
I
own.
saved.
I have my own hypothesis as to why that is.
I've saved a lot of. I saved a lot of money since Stephen D left.
yeah, I know.
Lots of money.
Maybe you should donate to other channels like the Vince Tailgate, like the Blitz
I
Pickup. You
used
know what I
to. I
mean?
used to.
See, Lance is just coming out with it.
I
Happy
used to.
Friday,
I used
everybody.
to. I used to give out a lot of money to everybody, but
Hey, there you go. Well, no, this is Miss
economics
Fins channel.
today
I'll shut
ain't
up.
allowing me to do anything.
Dollar
Yeah,
sign Miss
I'm not going to
Fins.
get into that.
Yeah,
But
dollar sign Miss Fins on Cash App in case you don't want to be taxed the 40%.
Oh well, yeah, it's 50% that YouTube
like,
takes. So
like
Yeah,
my
it's
thing was,
crazy.
what was his name? Oh my God, I kicked him off so many times. $200 here, $200 there.
yeah,
Mark.
I get it. Look, I get it. And AB
You know
said
what's funny?
AB got it. Look, drama
Yeah,
and negativity sells,
but,
and I
but
guess
that's
maybe
so
I'm too
rich.
positive.
But that's so rich coming from AB, because he'll sit there when the drama's going on, going, "Why all the drama? Why do you guys always talk about drama?"
And he's the one
He
instigating
is
half the
he's the
time.
drama
I know. He's
queen.
like, "Give us the
He's like
drama."
the drama queen.
Right. He's
Props
like,
to
"Give
you,
us the
AB.
drama."
I swear, this man. This man, I'm telling you. And Joe Riggs, another one of our awesome members for 9 months, man. Thank you. Happy
He's
Friday,
that
everybody.
he's that guy that one friend that always gets you into fights by adding in the little bits and pieces and pokes at
Right,
it.
and then stands off and laughs and films
Exactly,
it. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah,
That's a really good point. TD has other fans from other teams subbing to him, which is true, and I do too.
I
I
mean,
got
yeah, but he had
yeah.
I think he had well over 25, 30K before they started the roundtable. Yes, that did boost him for
So
sure.
no,
But
no,
he
no.
was
The
already I
actually
mean, he
no.
was already rocking like 25K before he started.
20, maybe 20K, but they
No.
remember this is the
I'm pretty
fifth year
sure he
they've
was
done it.
up. I'm pretty sure he was up there already as they were starting to get it going.
Listen, I've been following TD since he only had like
Oh,
9,000
Yeah.
subs. So and the thing is, the roundtable used to be between them four in each individual channel. This
Right.
year
I
is when
got
they've
you.
actually put it all together,
I got you
but
there. I got you there. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I
it
kind of
did
miss.
boost a little. I'm just saying he was still, he was still rocking a large multiple tens of thousands before he really
Yeah,
got that going
I
on.
kind of missed the Patriots guy. I forgot his name.
Master at work.
Master at Works, yeah.
Master at Works.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
popped out. He popped up on Twitter yesterday to give
Did he?
his
Yeah.
Nice. Hey,
He's
hey,
he's
thanks
dealing
to
with
him.
family
endorsement.
stuff.
Thanks to him, we got the word "tuasexuals." That was his.
Oh yeah.
He came up with that. I never
No
laughed
man,
so hard when I read
listen.
that.
When it comes to editing, like video editing, man, Master at Works is
Oh,
hilarious.
yeah. He's
Hilarious. And if
the
you don't know
things
who
he
we're
did.
talking about,
The
literally
things he did
Google
to
Master at
TD.
Works.
The,
Oh
the
my
things
Yeah,
god.
he put on
Hal
When
for
he
makes a good
TD.
screams
Oh
point.
my
TD.
God.
Hal makes a good point too. He says it's a little early for the West Coasters. Yeah, I get that too.
Mm.
Sure.
But listen, I have people watching from American Samoa, from Hawaii, from London, from Australia, New Zealand. So I have people that they're watching at 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm up at
Right.
8.
And
So
not to be coming at AB for what he said, but as far as the niche goes, if that were true, then why the league wide? What's up with league wide Wednesday? You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, we're competing with the AC roundtable,
well,
bro. That's
sure,
huge. So
but they're not the only ones we talk about the whole league. So
yeah, well, I mean,
you
they
know,
were also competing. If you think about it, we're competing with the Phins tailgate because I know you guys have a show. We're competing with AFC Roundtable because they obviously have a show.
right.
Larry K, Fury fam, go check him out. Awesome content. He's also got a show out there now. The Blitz pickup guy. Everybody want to do it Wednesday. Nobody did Wednesday when we were doing League Wide Wednesday 3 years ago. Nobody was doing Wednesdays, man. You know what I mean? And now everybody wants to do a
Do
Wednesday
you
Wednesday night
question this,
show.
Vince? Do
But
you ever I'm sure you utilize a little bit of tagging and stuff in your descriptions and all that stuff, right? And titles and whatnot.
yeah,
Uh
I like-
uh have you utilized like an overall NFL hashtag in any of your stuff for League Wide Wednesday? That may
I
help.
do. Oh, I do it for every single one. I literally
Right.
copy and paste all of them. And
And
I
you
think
do
the
have an
one,
NFL hashtag in there somewhere? Okay, good.
yeah, I do
Do them
NFL,
all. Do them
NFL,
all.
whatever. Yeah.
NFC, AFC,
Oh,
What time?
those
UFL.
I haven't done. Now
What
that I
time is the
haven't
game?
done.
What time is the
Which one
game?
for us is 1 o'clock game.
You could
Yeah, it's a
even
1 o'clock
you
game,
could even put in
bro.
hashtag Miss Fins, you could even put in hashtags of like some of the good teams.
Look
Hashtag
what I did.
Chiefs, hashtag Ravens. You know what I mean?
I got hashtag Miss Fins, Dolphins rumor, NFL, training camp, Miami Dolphins,
Right.
Fins up, Tua Tonga Bailoa, Fins up with a PH, Miami Dolphins, sports talk, sports, NFL news, NFL football, Dolphins show, sports news, sports underscore news, sports side, NFL highlights,
How
NFL,
about
Miami Dolphins. like,
betting or NFL betting? Because
oh no, I haven't done that.
people listen to pick'em shows to get ideas for game scripts for their betting.
Oh,
You know what
that
I mean?
is true. That is true. And we've been doing
I know
pretty
I
well with
do.
those.
I
We've been doing
mean,
pretty well with
tell you
those.
what, I should probably be putting asking Finn Sanity for her lineup every week on the pigskin pickup
Yeah,
pick 'em.
her or
Yeah,
Michelle
and I
at
think
this point.
I'm gonna take like 10 of her picks every week and put them on a parlay, and I guarantee you I make money. You
He
know,
probably will make
she's
money.
rocking like 90 something percent in her pick'em.
Yeah, she's this. We were doing really well last year. This year it's hard, man. Choosing this year, it's been a tough year. Teams have not been they've been a little bit difficult to read, I'll tell you that. They definitely have been a little bit difficult to read, but they're still doable. You know what I mean? They're
So
definitely still doable.
next League Wide Wednesday, throw a hashtag NFL in your title. See, just a couple times, couple weeks in a row. You know what I mean? See if you get a little traction there.
And the title, I put it in the description.
Yeah, you can utilize hashtags in the title too.
Yeah,
Nobody's sure if it helps or not, but it's one of those things that you can try.
I
See
could
what
definitely
happens for
try. It's
yourself.
no problem. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have no
Then
problem in
then
trying.
you
You
can
know,
report on
out.
it. Then you can report on it to the rest of the YouTube community and look like a saint.
Oh,
You'd be like, guys, I did an experiment.
dude, I'm already PBS
I
kids,
started
bro.
putting this hashtag in my title for like 3 months. And like, here's the improvement in numbers. Then you show like charts and graphs, you know what I mean? And line charts, you know, and all that.
Yeah, I'm already PBS kids, bro. So yeah, what can I say? You know, but me personally, I think that
Oh, it's
we
on.
sh-
Shake Money says it's on next Wednesday.
oh, next Wednesday.
Yeah.
Oh, good, because Monday night and Tuesday night. Tuesday period's a holiday for me, so I'm off that day. Every 4 years. So, it's the NFL this Tuesday, the most consequential day for this nation. The NFL trade deadline is on Tuesday.
Hey, is Shake Money around?
Oh, it's not. Yeah, I think money's here. Get up here, Shake.
He's been popping in and out.
Yeah, I was gonna ask him when he was gonna do a WWE thing again.
Oh man,
Hey
holy
Lance, why
smokes!
don't you just
does
start
that-
a WWE channel, bro?
Yes.
Man,
show you the
I
rope.
drive.
I'll show
I
you the rope
drive.
with StreamYard and all.
I drive way too much to be having a content.
Hey,
show.
you can double it because I'm pretty sure that there's
I'll
a
probably make
huge.
more money nowadays.
I'm pretty sure there's a huge trucker demographic watching WWE.
Oh yeah.
So you
Yeah,
could
I'm
double
sure.
it as like your trucker travels live stream while you're trucking and talking
Hey,
WWE. You know what I mean?
Oh,
there
man.
you go. That's
Could you
a great
imagine?
There's your
idea.
niche. There's your niche.
Yeah, I can imagine the
You'll
DOT
get all the
fucking loving that.
Midwesterners. You'll get all the Midwesterners. You get all the bikers, right? Because bikers
Yep.
are like, they kind of like-minded with the truckers. You know what I mean? And you know,
And
to a
Shake.
degree.
So I'm
No,
writing it down, Shake
I could
Money.
see. I could see
Next
the
week is
you
supposed to
knew
be
what
DOT.
I
your
was
coming.
talking about. Lance is like, man, color really has been to the Midwest.
The DOT would like love me. I'll tell you that if they seen me you doing it while driving.
Oh yeah, they'll catch your live stream. But ain't there a way
Yep.
you can do it where it conforms to all regulations?
No.
Like with like dash cam or something, or
I seriously
or is
doubt it.
or do they consider talking a distraction now?
Where like some companies don't even allow you to have headsets anymore.
Right. Talking is too much of a distraction.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
They've gotten ridiculous.
Yo, look
but
at what
yet,
AB wrote.
I could have my CB on all day.
Hey, I cannot confirm or deny whether AB is as correct about that or not.
Yo, AB says add Tua sucks and they'll come out of the woodwork.
Like I said, I disavow any knowledge of that being true.
What are
Oh,
you
it's
talking
funny.
about?
Jarvis
was-
put hashtag Bill's trash.
Tua's an elite quarterback. What are you talking about?
Exactly.
I don't want to steal all TD's audience.
Hey,
I do.
is
I want to
Well,
steal
I'm
every
kidding.
single one of them.
Well, I'm kidding.
I want
Miss
all
Phins.
of them.
I'm kidding, but the joke was that they're all Tua haters.
Oh,
I would
then
make
they're
I would make
gonna
more
fit
money.
right in, right here.
I would make more money saying Tua is elite than I am.
I
Then I
shouldn't
would
have
say
said
he's
that.
not.
I'm sorry, TD's audience.
No, TD, I love TD. Come on, man.
I'm
He's my
sorry
mentor.
to TD's
He's one of
audience.
the
I
reasons
didn't mean
why
to
I'm
call
here.
y'all haters. I know
Tua
because
is
I'm a hater
awesome.
too, apparently.
Apparently, I'm a hater too.
And I don't like being called that word either. So I'm sorry.
No,
for that.
listen. I'll tell you this, and this is funny. And a lot of people may not know because I know a lot of you guys are new to the channel. TD is actually one of the reasons why Miss Phins even exists. He's the one that said you need to do it. You need to start a show and push me to it. And between him and my dad, I was 37 seconds away from my very first live to not doing it because I was so nervous. Like my heart was pounding out of my chest. I couldn't even breathe. At 37, this is how much is stuck in my brain. 30 seconds away from Miss Phins never existing, ladies and gentlemen. And I pushed through and I did it. And here we are. And we're still trucking. We're in season 3 of League Wide Wednesdays with my co-host, Mr. Color Commentary. I mean, we're doing bigger and better things. We're getting, I mean, we got OJ McDuffie here, Richmond Webb, Nick Needham's mom. We got a lot of more. I'm working on getting other former players into the show as well. So we're doing bigger and better things, and I appreciate you guys supporting the channel. It's it's just it's a grind. It's a lot of work. Now I'm dropping my merch line, so hopefully we can go ahead and get some traction and get some funds for the channel to because I want to get like the actual mic and get some like cool sound effect board and a better computer to get more stuff here and increase the production. I've done things now that I figured some things out, changed it up so you guys can get more a better layout and things like that. It's a lot of work, but you know what? I love it. I love what I'm doing. And yes, I too. My brother told me about TD. That's how I found him out. But as far as TD and I mean, him and I agree on a lot of. I don't agree with everything he says, but a lot of it we agree because again, you got to think critically about this team, and actually, I've
Mhm.
learned a lot from him because you have to look forward. You got to be forward thinking. Well, how can you be forward thinking? You got to learn the past. You got to learn, okay, what have been the habits that this team has done, the GM has done, the owner has done, the front office has done, this coach has done, this quarterback has done, this offensive line has done, this defensive line has done. These players, when they came from, what did they do before they came to the Dolphins? How were they successful over there, and how can we implement that here? There's a lot that goes into doing what we do as content creators that people have no idea about. The 2 hours I spend with you, or 3 hours, is nothing compared to the amount of time we have to put outside of this to be able to bring you information. I don't just sit here and tell you what I feel about the team. I give you my opinion, but I also show you and I bring you websites that aggregate NFL stats. So it's not Miss Fiend's feelings. This is actual information that I'm giving you. This is my assessment, my analysis, and I back it up by the numbers that I give you and
Well,
the information that you see.
if you
Yeah, and
can't
AB's
critique,
right.
you
Yeah,
can't.
I'll do League Wide Wednesday from the pizza spot down the road. See, AB, I get out. I get out. I'm a man of the people. I get out and walk around sometimes in my district, trying to put my word out there because I will be challenging the incumbent representative in the U.S. House of Representatives in Florida 22 by at least 2030. So look out for that.
Hey,
Color
that's awesome.
2030 for Florida District 22.
I'll
And it
take it,
really,
man. I'll take it.
if you can't critique, you
So I
can't
got to
fix
get out
what's the
and shake
problem.
the hands, glad hand people. You know what I mean? Walk
Look at
around,
Al.
talk to all the bums, tell them all the people, rich people in Boca are controlling their district, and they need to get out and vote for me.
There you go. Hal says, I'm here. I'm only here for Gasicki talk and candid pictures. I love it. Which I have those, as you guys know. Miss Fins always has pictures. Look at me. Miss Fins and Richmond Webb. Miss Fins, Richmond Webb, and Zach Thomas. I mean, hello. It's what we do, man. It's what we do. Miss Fins, Zach Thomas. Come on, man. OJ Simpson, OJ McDuffie. Wow. Oops. Wrong OJ.
Wow,
My
Miss
bad.
Finn.
I don't know where I went with that one. My bad, bro. So you
we
can
know you got.
see.
We know you got. You got Ace Ventura all playing 24/7 on your TV in front of your
Right.
studio. So
I
we know.
do. I do. And guys, you could always catch Miss Finn. I wait, right now I'm doing my quick commercial. Okay, hold on, hold
Oh
on,
wait,
hold
that
on.
wasn't Ace Ventura. That was a Naked Gun. I'm sorry, Naked Gun. Yeah, you got
It's
Naked
okay.
Gun playing. Yeah.
Here. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much and welcome to this public service announcement. If you haven't done so already, the 2024 national election will be on November 5th. Go out and make your voice heard by voting, voting, voting. If you're eligible, you're legal, and you're able to go ahead and vote, make your voices heard and invoke your patriotic duty to vote. Who do you vote for? Miss Fins does not give a but Miss Vince does want you to go ahead and vote. So go ahead and vote. Vote for whomever you want to vote. It don't matter who, because at the end of the day, Make your voice heard because you matter. This is brought to you by public service announcement of Misfits, production, and so on and so forth. Thank you so much. Let's go Dolphins 2024.
You might
And
catch
we're
some
back
heat.
after these regularly
Yeah, vote
scheduled.
vote early and vote often.
You might catch some heat with that.
Why? I just said vote.
No, well, no, you said legal.
What?
I'm not. I don't want to get into pill. Yeah,
I,
I'll
I
shut
don't
up.
get. What do you mean? All I said
No,
was just vote. It's your
no, no,
constitutional
no.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, well, when you said if you're legal,
What do you
Yeah,
mean?
if
some
you're legal,
people, if you're legal,
if you're allowed to vote in the country.
Yeah,
yeah,
if you're allowed to
if you're
vote.
legal, yeah. Well,
Not
some
everybody's allowed
people,
to vote.
so right, but some people think that illegals should have the right to vote.
Well, that's okay for them, but they don't.
Well,
Yeah.
that's a big controversy, is what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah. That's not. If that's what you took, then maybe you didn't hear me. But it's
Oh, okay, then I
no.
took
If
it
you're,
wrong.
yeah, it's okay. It's fine. Not everybody's allowed to vote. Like
No,
even
no, I agree.
Americans, a lot of Americans are not allowed to vote. Why? Because they gave up that right. They might end up being incarcerated or whatever, and they lost those rights. So I don't. I mean, in my head, I literally just mean if you can vote and you're eligible to vote and you're legal and you can vote, go ahead and vote. That's it.
Yep,
So
there you go.
yeah, it's your right. And for women, it's a double right. People died twice for us to get that opportunity. So there you go. Look at Bones. Vote for Bones. Just
Yeah.
right box on everything. I can't.
Draw a box and check.
I voted for Pedro.
Now, to your
That's
point, Lance, for
hilarious.
legal reasons, I must say my comment about voting early and voting often, that was a joke.
Right.
All disclaimers.
Oh, yeah. We don't. You could only vote once. So go ahead and vote whatever your vote is. I know the NFL right now that's their message for this time of the year, every 4 years. So why not? Go vote. I agree. If you can vote, go vote. Yeah. What if you're dead? Can you vote? Unfortunately, no. You wouldn't be legal because you would be dead, and therefore you can't vote. So there you go. It's not like it's not. Legally, you can't vote. There you go. I don't care who you vote for, people. Miss Fins does not
I,
care, nor do we talk religion or politics here. But I will say, please, it's your constitutional right. Go ahead and do so. So
yep,
there you go.
I already
Moving
did.
on from that public service announcement, ladies and gentlemen.
And
Thank
read
you if
what
you're
you're
just
voting on.
catching in.
I,
Go
I, I
ahead,
wrote
week
in.
9, Dolphins versus the Bills. Much appreciate everybody coming through. We have takes, no talent takes over here from Color, from Lance, from Lewis, from Red, White, and Bills, and everybody else that came through. And you can catch Miss Fins Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern, every Monday, 8 a.m. Eastern. Check your local listings, and Miss Fins with color commentary on League Wide Wednesdays. Gentlemen, I'm getting ready to get out of here, dudes. But talk to me. What do you think personally? What do you think as far as this game goes? Do you really think there is an opportunity for us to actually win this game or have any shot at this game really?
I don't feel like we have any shot, but at the same time, this could be that one-off game where we actually win.
You think this is the one game that
Yeah,
we actually win?
yeah.
Yeah, I don't put it past. I'm gonna be super honest with you. I don't put it past us. I said this on Monday. I think it would be so Dolphins for us to win. So I'm right there with you. What about you, Color?
What was the question?
Do you think we what do you think we have a shot at winning this game?
A not less than 1%. A not less than 1% shot. Yes.
You're not
Yeah,
oh.
we have a not less than 1% chance of
So we have a 1% chance of
well,
winning this game?
it could be more, but it won't be less.
All right. Well, give me your score predictions, ladies and gentlemen. It is that time. Give me your score predictions, and I'm gonna highlight them. Let me
Oh
know
yeah,
what
I
you
forgot.
think
You
as far
forgot
as
to
the
look
score
that up
prediction.
for me.
Yeah, let me pull
See
it
what
up
I
real quick
see
because
what I
I
put.
had it and then I like
'Cause,
exited out of it.
you're my
Also, too,
brains. I don't jot nothing down.
no worries, no worries, guys.
That's why my
Let's
show is
see
all
here.
disorderly all the time.
Yeah,
Like
well,
I
I keep
stink,
mine.
like I really stink at score predictions, but I'm decent with how much we win or lose by.
Yeah, Michael K. I see you because Michael K. does that all the time. This team by 17 Miss Fans. He always does that, man.
Who's he going
Every
by today?
time.
I do.
What's his
Uh
name
I
today?
stink when it.
I don't see him in here.
oh no, I think he's still in his trip. Remember?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I told him
Um,
watch out for them. Watch out for them thunderstorms in the Midwest. He's like,
for
yeah,
real.
sure, no worries. And then the next morning he texted me. He's like, Color, you weren't lying about the Midwestern thunderstorms.
Oh yeah,
That's
they're
funny.
pretty. They're
Lance,
pretty good.
he was up in northeast
That's funny.
Missouri at the Iowa border in an RV
Oh
the
man.
other night when a squall line came through.
Listen,
Oh,
Hal, we talked about the injury report at the beginning of the show. You just gotta rewind it, man. But we broke it down, gave you everything you needed to know there. But yeah, Lance, whoa, we got Fincenity live on Twitch. Let's go.
What?
Ba-ba-ba-ba.
Finally,
Boots, boots, boots,
finally, a good reason to go back to Twitch.
yes, you can catch Miss Fans on YouTube,
Oh,
Twitter,
I'm there.
Twitch,
what's
Instagram.
Twitch?
What's Twitch? Oh my
What's
god.
Twitch?
I'm serious. What's Twitch?
Twitching me are old friends, but I haven't
It's
had reason to go over there in a
it's a
long
thingy
time.
where you can like
Is
um
it like
when
Instagram or something?
No,
no, it's like
it's sort of like YouTube or
um yeah, it's kind of like YouTube where you can broadcast like if you're playing video. It's for a lot of gamers if you can want to play. What up, Insanity? Kenna says no. We on the couch eating chips, ladies and gentlemen. Okay.
939.
So I asked you guys while I'm getting your score predictions. Color, you put in the Dolphins at I got it loaded up, but I'm gonna talk about this. I asked you guys who has a better game. 72% of you guys said Josh Allen. 27% of you guys said Tua Tagovailoa. Ladies and gentlemen, we had 88 people, so it was a pretty large sample size. Oh, you guys, choosing this. That's huge. 70% of you guys said that Josh Allen is gonna have a better game. Well, you know what? Nope. I think Tua's gonna have a better game. Tua's gonna have 600 yards of offense. Okay, we're
Oh
about to
wow.
win 52-13, and we're about to destroy Buffalo in Buffalo, just like they've done it to us.
You
And
really
that's my
did
super
put that.
homer me take.
I was just gonna say that's a big take. That's a hot take.
I don't know why I even voted for Tua. Greer needs to go said Utah Dolphin fan over there on Twitter. What's up, man? How you doing, dude? You gotta come over here to you gotta come over here to to,
Hey, I gotta say, there was I was
YouTube,
in my
man.
truck. I was in my truck and a big storm and a tornado, like a small tornado, went through. Like when
Uh-oh.
I
They
guess that
lo- they
storm
lo-
really
So I was
went
going to
through
say,
too.
must have
Yeah.
happened again.
Miss Fizz,
hello,
what are you smoking? Nothing, bro. Nothing.
Where's the old? What happened to the touchdown referee in
what happened?
Twitch?
Can you hear me? Give me a thumbs up if
Yeah,
you can
now
hear
we can
me.
hear you. We can hear you.
Okay, I can't hear you guys. I was gonna say, a tornado, a small tornado went through my truck and it actually lifted my truck off the ground about 3 inches and moved it to the side in the
Wow,
Midwest.
that's scary. That's scary. Holy smokes. Tim, I see you in the back. Give me a second here. Let me go over people's score report real
My
quick.
headset or something's off.
That's fine. Log out and come back in if you want to, or we'll see you. We'll see you on Monday. 37-23 says Raphael. Cap says we win in 27-24. Fee Huffle says 45-6 Bills. Damn, see Huffle, like you can't even give
Man,
me
Miss
like
Phins, I was looking for the touchdown referee guy in
that's
Twitch, and
rough, bro.
I totally missed what you said my score was.
No, I didn't say it, so it's okay. Fins for the win, 24-21. Buffalo will miss a last-second field goal to send game to overtime, says Timothy, who we have up here. What's up, Timothy? Talk to
Not much, man.
us.
Not much, man. You know
Hey.
what? I feel like we're gonna pull up the unthinkable, man. We're gonna beat Buffalo in Buffalo. It's about we do time.
I'm
It's
feeling it, man. I'm
long time
feeling it.
coming, but I know chance gonna come. Yes, it will.
Yes,
Um,
it will.
I just feel like I just think we gotta run the ball. Run the ball, man. Run the ball. I get it. I get it. We got all these receivers, but Bills know what we gonna do. So why not do? Why not switch it up? Oh, you think we gonna pass the ball to three? Oh, you think we gonna go to Waddle? Show him what I can do. I feel like right gonna score his first touchdown this Sunday. I'm hoping, man. Like I'm trying to get some of my hope back, man. I'm hoping that Mo and Chuck get their first sack come Sunday. I'm hoping that we can get organic pass rush. That's gonna be the key right there. Like keep Josh Allen in the pocket. Don't let him scramble around, be a madman, and turn into Super Allen. We don't need Super Allen. If we see Super Allen, see how full could be right. It could be 45-6. But man, I don't want to see that. I really don't.
Yeah, I don't think that. I don't think that. Sal says, "Welcome, Sal, our Bills fan." Hi, Miss Fins just got up. Bills 27-10. Tua endangered species, bro. Really? Mm-mm-mm. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm telling you. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, this is gonna be a very fun game. Color your score for the Dolphins game versus the Bills. You've got 31-29 Miami Dolphins. I made it sound like if it was Buffalo.
Right.
But yes,
Reversing the score that we lost to them by with Skylar Thompson in the playoff game.
I like that. I like that. 31-29. It says color the Dolphins will win. Timothy, you put in
Now,
here
real
that
quick, if everybody's right about Tua relative to Skylar, then that score should be reversed, like I suggest.
hmm Timothy, you also said we were gonna win as well. Lance, I think you're back. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Give us your
Yeah.
point.
Well, see, if we win, it's only going to be by 3, and if we lose, it's going to be at least 14.
Sorry. Say that. What you say?
I
Lance,
said
sorry.
if we win, it's going to be by 3, by a field goal, and if we lose, it's going to be at least 14.
Okay. That's rough. I have Bone says I have a little faith in the defense. It's the offense I'm worried about. 28-27 Dolphins. Damn, that
Yep.
close.
And again, 31-29, because if and I'm hoping and I'm expecting
Ugh.
that we'll have the ball with 3 minutes left with a 31-29 lead, and we burn all that time out, and Josh Allen don't get a chance.
That'd be awesome.
That's
Just
what
to
I
see
want to
his
see.
face. Just to see his face. Oh,
Because if we
Wait,
punt
this
there,
one?
because if we're in that situation and we punt to him, he will do exactly that. He will burn it down to 2 seconds before he scores the game-winning touchdown, and you all know it.
yeah.
Y'all can start pre-blaming the defense right now because that's what'll happen.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Joe Rich says Josh Allen will visit the blue tent against us 30-20. I don't like that, bro. I'm not wishing nobody to get injured. I'm not saying that it wouldn't happen. Like everybody, it's a Sunday, it's football. So could he get injured? I'm sure anybody can get injured, but I
Yeah.
don't wish that upon anybody.
And Raphael, he just threw his first. We're due for some, and usually when they come in in strings. You know what I mean? Like usually
3 picks.
they come in groups.
Oh, I thought you were
3
flipping me
picks.
off.
No, 3 picks. You didn't see the 1, 2, 3, 3 picks.
No, well, you know what they call that. You know what they call that, Miss Fins. That's a
I don't
bouquet.
have my glasses on.
That's a bouquet.
3 picks.
Oh, no, that's
Yeah.
a bouquet. What you just threw up. That's a bouquet.
What are you talking about?
If you take down your last 2 fingers, it's a bouquet of that.
But this is
Okay,
a
so you
5.
have a. He said he thought you were flipping him off, and I said you
Oh.
were. That's a bouquet.
You know what? I don't know. You guys say that I'm doing things, but I don't trust you guys. I mean, you guys might be making fun of me. So no, I just
never
said
heard
3
that joke?
interceptions. No,
You never
I don't know
heard
what
that
you're
joke?
talking about, dude.
Okay, so stick your fingers back
Maybe
up for a
wait. No,
second.
I'm not gonna stick nothing.
No, I'm not gonna
No,
ask
I
you.
know you're setting me up for
No,
something.
I'm not gonna
No,
ask you to
heck
do it.
no. Nope,
Hold on,
nope.
hold
It's
on,
not
hold
gonna.
on, hold on. I'm not gonna ask you to do it. I just want you
Put
to
yourself on
visualize.
camera. Put yourself
No,
on
look,
camera.
I'm
Color.
not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. I just want you to visualize, Miss Fins. Stick your
Nope, I don't want to visualize either.
stick your fingers
Next. Nope, nope,
up.
nope, nope, nope,
The joke is,
nope, nope, nope,
you say to somebody, "Do you
nope,
know what that is?"
nope. Ha! No color. I said no. Okay, Mister Utah Fin fan says 35-10 Buffalo. Somebody telling the truth here. You heard me, and yes, ladies and gentlemen, I muted color. Okay, it is what it
It's
is.
not that bad. I wouldn't do that to your show.
No, I'm not. I just said 3
It still
interceptions coming.
conforms to a G rating. I wouldn't do that to you.
Anyhow, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Finn's my score prediction is actually 35-10 Buffalo.
Yeah. That's one of those
That's
likely scores, you know. Hard to argue with.
35-10. Tim, you got something you want to say?
Yeah, why do I feel like Jordan Poyer is going to get a turnover this game?
If
Like who?
Jordan Poyer.
Oh,
Like a forced fumble,
probably because he practiced
interception?
a lot of. Because he practiced a lot of days against Josh Allen.
Right.
Can you imagine, yo? If Jordan Poyer picked them off?
The game
Miss
stealing
Fins, do you have a
interception.
woodpecker in your yard?
No.
Did you just hear that?
Yeah, but that wasn't me.
That's somebody's got a woodpecker in their yard.
It must be Lance because it
It's
ain't
been
me.
going on the whole show.
I mean, like that's
I thought
what
it was
it is.
outside my window, but I'm like, I don't remember hearing a woodpecker in Florida too many times.
Not me. Have I ever seen a woodpecker?
You
No.
know, it's weird because sometimes, like when I hear, like on different, I forgot who it was, but it sounded like there was a pig next to him. And it kept going. Oh. I was like, "What the hell is that?"
Hey, that might be me sometimes when I laugh. You never know. I might let out a snort every now and then.
That's too fast for a woodpecker. Maybe. I don't know, man, at this point. But Joe Rich says because Josh Allen is trash, we're gonna get 3 interceptions. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, this is why Bills fans, they don't feel comfortable about this game. They're not well, hold up. Let me not lie. They feel very cocky about this game. But don't let them twist you. Don't let them lie to you. They're definitely nervous about this game because everybody knows when it comes to the divisional games, you never know what to expect.
I hope
And
they
these
go in there.
divisional,
I hope they go in there very cocky, because that's when they screw up.
That would be hilarious if they did, man. Hit that like button, guys. Hit that like button. Ladies and gentlemen, we had a personal goal of getting 5 super chats, and we got 3. So I want to thank all 3 of you guys that donated to the channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much, guys. I appreciate everybody that's been a member. All the new subscribers. We got like 4 new subscribers today, man.
Nice.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. You guys really have been a blessing, and I appreciate all of you guys in today's show. We're only 8 likes away. So if you're catching the replay, if you're catching this live, hit that like button. If you're catching this on Twitter or Twitch, please come over to YouTube, hit that like button. It lets everybody else know what's going on, guys. But again, this is Miss Phins. I'm Miss Phins. Gentlemen, give me your final thoughts because I got to skedaddle. I want a little extra, and I gotta
We
get
got to
ready.
put the pressure on them. They're the ones that have the pressure to not lose this game to inferior team. So we need to make them feel that pressure from start to finish.
From start to finish, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. You heard it here first.
We need to pressure Allen as much as possible.
Yeah,
And then
listen.
on that note, Fins half up. Oh, you can't see me.
Lance. Okay, buddy. Well, thank you for coming.
See y'all later. Have a good
Oh,
one,
see you
Color, Miss
later.
Fins.
Thank
You too,
you,
man.
Lance.
You too, Tim.
Yuta said, I like y'all. I like you too, Yuta. I like you too, man. Awesome, Lance. Tim the Fin Man. Talk to us. Give us your final thoughts here, sir.
Well, thanks for having me up. Um,
I see you were
I
rocking the
appreciate you.
beanie. You're
Yes,
rocking the
ma'am. Yes,
beanie
ma'am.
tonight.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's
Beanie Friday,
go.
Beanie Friday, Beanie Friday. Hopefully we get that win Sunday. If not, it's still fans out, but it gonna hurt. It gonna hurt. It gonna
Definitely
hurt,
gonna
but
hurt.
used to it. I'm used to it, but yeah, let's go. Hope y'all have
Let's
a good
go,
day.
Fiends. Absolutely. I appreciate you, Tim. Thank you so much for coming through. And obviously, my co-host, Mr. Color Commentary, coming to you live, ladies and gentlemen. Talk to us, Color. What are you thinking here, sir? Give us your final thoughts.
I'm thinking it's going to be an afternoon show today.
Yeah, I'm thinking too, bro. They got a little
Um,
taste, a little preview from you today.
yeah, I mean, there's not much else to say, Miss Fins, because I don't think a
And
lot of people care if we do win.
if we win, we're still alive. That's the only way to put it. We only have, realistically
Well,
speaking, 2 more losses
well,
that we can afford.
here's the thing: those people that think that honestly don't care if we do win, that think maybe that it would just speed up the process of getting things corrected. I don't really disagree with those people. I will say this though: if
Mm-hmm.
you find us sitting at 7-5, those people will be excited again too. Mark my words. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying. It's a whole different ball game when you're sitting at 7-5, thinking about yourself when you were at 2-5.
I agree. I agree.
7-5 makes for a distant memory. You know what I mean? Because year over year, if you're at that point of the season, if you're a 7-5 team, you're one of the many that are 7-5 that are competing. So nobody thinks about 7-5 as a bad thing when everybody else is 7-5 and you're at week 13. You know what I mean? All of a
You're
sudden,
not wrong.
7-5 is one of the good teams. So just think of it like that. I'm just saying, if we find ourselves 7-5, all of a sudden, all those people that were ready to tank will be back on board. So for those
Yeah,
of you that still have hope, keep holding on to it.
I love it. Oh, I would love for Color to be right. Hey, man. I get it, Utah Fins fan. I get
Yeah,
it.
I'm with you. I mean, I hope I'm right too, but that's all I have is hope. I'm with Utah. You know what I mean? I understand. You know what I mean? I'm
Bro,
just
look at your
speaking
wrist.
for the people that have a shred of hope that are like, look, is it even worth it if we do win? Well, it's worth it in the respect that you beat Buffalo. So you exercise that demon. And in order to beat Buffalo and exercise that demon, you're likely going to have to get your mistakes fixed. Then it would be, can we keep that going against the Raiders? And then it would be, can we keep that going against the next opponent? It's one game at a time right now. I think you
One
and I
game
were
at a
talking
time.
about this yesterday backstage. It's one
Yep.
game at a time right now. It for real is. And the players, I think, are finally settling into that mindset. And if they
I
are,
agree.
there's nothing saying we can't string together a run good enough to keep us, to keep in it. So, but if that don't happen this week, there is no indication that it's ever going to change, because even if it did, we still didn't prove we could beat Buffalo. So one way or another, we got to get that demon exercised. And that's what I'm for this week. Even if it doesn't end up meaning anything for the rest of the season, it means something this week. And that's good enough for me as a Dolphins fan.
I get it, Color, and I appreciate you. Look at Aquavision says, Miss Phins, when is a 24-hour stream? Bro, for me to do a 24-hour stream, this is what it's gonna take. I'm gonna need my brethren from the community to come up here, because I can't talk. I mean, actually, I can't talk for 24 hours just because I like talking. But I don't want to, that's for sure. And two, I'm gonna need you guys to support. I'm gonna have to see like endless amount of super chats and cash apps, because I'm not gonna spend 24 hours of my actual life talking to you guys about this team, about life, and everything else that always comes up, and not get anything for it. No, my time is too expensive. So you guys drop the dollars, I'ma be here. You know what? I'm gonna start it out. You want the 24-hour stream? We gotta get to $100. That gets us another hour, so on and so forth. I don't know how I would do it, but yeah, it's gonna have to be something like that, because it's gonna be worth my while. I can't do no 24-hour stream just to do it. Like, I need you guys to support, and that means y'all are gonna have to drop the dollars. And I'm not ashamed of saying it. Why? Because at the end of the day, hey, you guys are asking something from me. Well, there you go. That's the exchange that will need to happen for that. Okay? So Aquavision, get you, all your friends, and if they're serious about this, be ready. And we'll do an hour-long show. 24-hour long show. But then that means we're gonna have to have a lot of donations for those hour-long shows to make it worth my while. Because 24 hours, dude, that is one very, and I mean very long day, dude. That's a very long day.
I think what's my max that I did, Miss Vince? 17, I think is the
Yeah,
longest I did.
18 hours, bro. Like, I
And that's
mean,
me.
trust me.
I could only get through 17.
Like, I've done long ones. I think my max was like 8 or something like that. But no, to do that, I'm gonna need a lot of support.
Peppered in with several 12 hours too. That I've done.
Yes, exactly. So if y'all want a 24 hours, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. But you guys are gonna have to donate to the channel, because that's the only way it's gonna make it worth our while. So we'll work on it. I'm here. Let's go. What's up, Steve Eklund? Welcome. Hey, Steve, did you just subscribe? Hey, I just saw that the little ticker went up. Welcome, Steve. Everybody say hi to Steve. What up, Steve? Eklund, who's your team? Tell us who your team is. And don't tell me that you're here for the 24-hour stream, sir, because I'm going to have to start charging now. We're already 3.5 hours in. I'm going to start charging right now. Steve, who's your team? Who do you represent, man? I think Larry one time did a 12-hour show. We were on to like 4 a.m. from 4 p.m. or so. Holy smoke.
Yeah, I heard about that one.
Dude,
I think I
those
heard
are
that one
rough,
was epic.
man. Oh, you're too. Yay! Awesome. Utah Phins fan finally
thanks
came
a lot,
to
Steve.
YouTube. Thank you, Steve. Appreciate you. Well, then, I know who you are. You're definitely a Dolphin fan. Thank you for coming over. You got to get all your friends to come over to YouTube too. man, it really does help out, and it gets us closer to our. Honestly, we want to get to 2,000 by the end of the season, if not 2,500. But we're mid-season. If we can get to 1,500, which we should be able to get to mid-season 1,500, then I don't see how we don't get 3,000 by the end of the season. I know that if the defense, if the team does bad, people aren't usually as excited to support and whatever. And I get it. We all get bummed out, but guess what? That just means you're gonna come here for the rift raft. Is what you're gonna be. A Dolphin fan for 50 years. 50 years, sir. You don't look 50. You look like Kevin Costner to me. Damn, you're good looking. Like, unless that's a fake picture, but I doubt it. Yeah, man. Like,
No, that's that Utah
Hey,
living right there.
I can clearly see that. I mean, you're 62.
You know what? You
I'm
know
gonna
what
keep my comments to myself because
you know what
that
Utah's
is a
motto is, right?
kid's channel. I would have never thought you were 62, sir. Not even close.
You know what Utah's motto is, right?
Not even
On this
close.
Phins? No,
Yeah. Go ahead. What
it's
is it?
life. It's life elevated.
Oh, because he's in Utah.
No, that's their motto. That's the state motto.
Oh,
Life
really?
elevated.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
life elevated.
What's up? Look at Steve catfishing. AB. I was 45 in that picture.
AB.
Okay. Because I'm like, dude, you definitely do not look in your. And I guarantee you, if you were to show us your newer picture, then you would still look pretty much the same. I'm more than. I feel very confident in that. And you're. Look at
I know. It's AB, man. He's like, he just
AB,
never
man. I'm
stops, man.
telling
He
you,
never stops trolling, man. I swear.
Oh, this crap is
That is
hilarious,
a
dude.
professional troll right there.
Yes, for real, Steve Caffage. I'm like, if you're 62 and that's what you look like, I hope you're married. That's all I gotta say, because she did right. That's all I gotta say. Props to her and your wife. I'm just saying. But yeah, now I'm like totally cheesing. I need to get out of here. Guys, we need 6 more likes. Hit that like button, guys. If you haven't hit that like button, color. I know you give me your final thoughts. Don't worry, they got hair coloring for that, Steve. You don't even gotta worry about that.
Well,
Man, this game's
one
gonna
thing
be
I
fun.
haven't tried in all the time I've known you, Miss Phins, and been working with you, I've never tried to just say we're going to lose. Well, I guess we're going to lose, guys. Be ready for it. Maybe that'll work. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe it'll be like that
I always
reverse.
come on every week and tell y'all we're going to win, and we end up losing. So I don't know. Maybe I should just tell y'all we're going to lose. Maybe it'll
Yeah,
work.
and then that means we'll win. So,
Yeah,
guys,
man.
we're gonna win. Thank God. Thank God. I'm feeling it. My delusion is coming through. If I don't leave now, I'm gonna start becoming a delusional Dolphin fan real quick, and I'm about to put my super homer hat in. I mean,
And
it kind of spilled out a little bit.
if I say we lose and we win, then we're going to lose against the Raiders, too.
Look at this. My wife is a hairdresser. Then I know she's got you looking right. And tell her from Miss Phins that she did good. That's all I gotta say. She did good. Okay, you give her her flowers, sir, and you tell her that Miss Phins she can subscribe to, and that Miss Phins is telling her, "Go ahead, Queen, because you won. You absolutely won for sure."
Rock on
Oh
with your
my
bad
God.
self.
Yep, absolutely. But guys, this always happens. We always have too much fun over here. But guys, thank you again for everybody that donated. Shout out to Nene, to Shake Money donating. Shout out to D Mamo. Thank you so much. It was awesome meeting you. last Sunday as well. Man, you guys were amazing. Thank you so much for the donation, guys. Thank you so much for the for you guys actually coming through and subscribing, guys. We got another one. Now we're at 1,438 subs. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Cat for Life always coming in with the thing at the end. Miss Phins in color. I hope you're sitting down. I just found out that Justin Herbert has 0 turnovers this season, and Josh Allen only has 1 turnover. But we are okay. We have the it factor. Yes, we do, sir. We are okay, and we have the it factor. Josh Allen, 1 turnover. Justin, 0 turnovers. Tua, 3 turnovers so far this season. Just imagine if he was not in protocol. That means we would have been 4-2. Yeah, I said it. You heard me.
Stop
I said
it.
it. I said it. I'm telling you, my delusionalness is coming out. I'm trying. It's like, like if you guys know who this is, Bruce Banner. I almost feel like Bruce Banner is about to stay in, and the Hulk is coming out. My delusionalness is coming out. My super humor me, my super fan of me is coming out, and I just can't contain her. I can't. I can't contain her anymore. Guys, we're beating them by 45 points. I said it. So the Dolphins win. We're winning 27-13 Dolphins. If we lose,
Yeah, you sound real confident, Miss Fins.
we're going to lose 35-10.
Oh, you doing the if we lose and if we win thing. Oh, I got
Yes,
you.
I am. Because I straight up picked the Bills, but I just can't in me. Even in my pick'ems, I was like, oh, it was so hard to click
I
Bills.
picked I don't know what you're talking about.
It was so hard to pick the
I
Bills.
don't know nothing about clicking on the Bills.
I just couldn't. And I still picked the Dolphins because I'm a gluttony for punishment because I love this team. Oh,
I'm
God.
definitely taking Miami +6 on my parlay.
Hey, we just got another subscriber. Shout out to whoever it is. Brr, 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 brr.
So Steve don't get the burr 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 burr.
Oh, Steve definitely got her. Did he not
No,
get
you
it,
didn't.
Steve?
No. I was gonna do it. I was gonna do it, but I didn't want to step on your toes, and you didn't do it.
My bad, Steve.
See?
We'll do it now again for you. Steve with the subscriber.
Burr 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 burr. I had to make sure she did it this time. I can't do the stuff. I'm not that good.
Thank you. We're 1 sub away from being at 1440, guys. Appreciate you guys, man. Y'all are the best. Y'all are the best. I don't know if you were here, but like a few weeks ago, I had almost 7,000 people watching live on.
Yeah, what was up with that?
Dude, I don't know. They
It was
just
a
keep
crazy
coming.
day.
And then they just get coming, and then they just get coming. And I'm like,
Was that
holy
the day
smoke.
after Tua got concussed?
I don't even remember what day it was. I
I
gotta
think it was
look it
the
up
week
because I
after
saved
Tua
it.
got concussed. I think that's why.
But they just kept coming and kept coming and kept coming. I had almost like the the Ghost of Adam Gase and all those guys from the Dive Bar podcast.
Right.
They even all noticed it, and they're like,
I
"Yeah,
think
I
it
don't
was
know
the
what
week.
happened."
I think it was the week after Tua went down
It
because
was
it was a hot
insane,
topic. It was a hot topic on Twitter, and I think that's what
I'm
drew it in.
dude. Everybody, and then the more time, I'm like, man, y'all are not gonna get to this, and then poof, even more people showed up. I'm like, holy smokes! No,
How many were on YouTube that day? Do you
I
remember?
don't even remember.
Because we saw the spike too. We didn't quite get that many, but we saw the spike on Twitter that day too. Like
Yeah.
it was crazy.
I'm telling you right now, it was crazy. I couldn't believe it, but
I think Elon
I
just threw
appreciate
us
it.
all. I think Elon just threw us all a bone that day, Ms. Fins. Like turned on the algorithm for us.
Maybe I don't. I guess, but Ronnie says I don't want peace. It's okay, guys. We're gonna have peace, guys. The most Dolphin thing to do is to go up there and beat them. That's what it is. I'm sticking to that. I said that on Monday, so Let's go Dolphins at the end of the day, Let's win it. And welcome to everybody. Thank you so much for coming through to week 9 of the game preview. Dolphins at the Bills. Oh my God, I just want to win. Color, what were you going to say? Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I got a bad feeling.
Thanks. Thanks. Yeah. Appreciate that vote of confidence, bro. 2-6 coming. Is it because Elon has woken up the dark side? Maybe, Steve. Maybe. 2-6 coming. Oh my God, Ronnie. Anyways, guys, thank you so much, Color. I appreciate you. Guys, go check out Color on the Phil's Tailgate. He'll be live in 20 minutes for you guys to continue in exactly 20 minutes.
20 minutes?
18
What are you
minutes.
talking about?
18 minutes.
More like
Color.
3 hours and 20 minutes. What are you talking
What
about?
you mean? You're gonna be
I'm
doing
going. Well, I'm
afternoon
going.
Color.
Yeah, but like afternoon, like afternoon.
Welcome to Evening Color Commentary with your
No,
cup
no, I
of
can't.
Joe.
I can't run into Shake. Shake's got the drive time tonight, so I can't. I
Oh, well,
can't run
then
into him.
what you mean? That means you gotta go at 12.
No, I'm going at like.
It's what
2.
the people want. Why are you not
I'm,
giving what the people want?
I'm going at like 2 because I'm waiting for things like injury reports to get updated and press conferences possibly. I'm trying to like build. I'm back building my thunderstorm. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And it's Friday.
Uh-huh.
Get to go anytime I want on Friday.
Mm-hmm. I guess.
No, I mean I'm just I've been sitting on right now for a couple hours, so I gotta like
Oh, look at
reshape
this.
my rear.
You get a sub. You get a
Oh,
sub.
thank you,
You get a
Steve.
sub.
Thank you, Steve.
You got another sub on your own personal colors commentary YouTube channel. There
Appreciate
you
that.
go.
Which I
Absolutely.
can't,
What's up,
which
MC
I can't,
Cutter?
which I can't seem to find the time to do anything on it yet. I'm gonna
It's
have to
okay.
have you join me and do like a relaunch episode on my channel. You know what I mean?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm there, man. I'm there.
Color IRL. It's gonna be color in real life. Less Dolphins, more me.
Yeah, what happened to color? Yeah, Miss Phins, I'm gonna get this camera working, and somehow,
Well, it's partly to do with the same reorganization
right?
altogether.
Sure.
Mhm.
Anyhow,
These things
Mister.
take time. Trust the process, Miss Fins. Trust the
Yeah,
process.
trust our process, my boo. Anyways, we got MC Cutter, Bills Mafia in here, 35-9 Buffalo. Let's go, Bills Mafia. Man, you guys are losing by 9. Okay, so that means if you're losing by 9 and the Dolphins get 35 points, what's 35 minus 9? That is 26, ladies and gentlemen. So 35-26, Dolphins win. Thank you
So,
so much,
so
MC Cutter.
he's saying take
Thank
plus
you.
20. He's saying take plus 26 on the Dolphins.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Not
Okay,
gonna
back to
lie,
other
I'm gonna
stuff.
add some points to that plus 6. I'm probably gonna take the Dolphins at like plus 10 and see
Do
what
it. 2 and
happens.
6 after Sunday. What a great offense. Hopefully, our defense can hold down the Bills to 14 points. Hey, that would be better than what they've done all season. So it's gonna be tough. But if they, like I told you guys, if we can manage to keep them in the pocket and then don't allow James Cook to kill us in the run game, which we cannot stop running touchdowns to save our lives, we should be fine. So
But keep in
we'll
mind, I'm
see.
putting that plus 10 on a parlay. That's not a good single bet. It won't make you nothing.
There you go.
You're
But
you're
ladies
better
and
off you're
gentlemen,
better off taking the Buffalo to cover theirs.
go ahead and hit that like button. We want to go ahead and say thank you so much, Color. I appreciate you coming through. As
It
always,
was a
ladies and
pleasure as
gentlemen, the
always.
one and only Mr. Color's commentary. See, catch him at 12:49 p.m.
Oh,
I'm
you're
kidding.
killing me. You're killing me.
Okay, 2 p.m. Eastern
Look,
Standard
if
Time
I get
today.
aggravated enough, it might be earlier, than later. But
There you go. There you go. Catch him this afternoon on League Wide Wednesday. On the Phins tailgate for him to give you all his colorful commentary. Pun intended. Take care, Color. I'll see you later.
alrighty.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming through again. This is Miss Phins. Hi, Miss Phins. Thank you so much, guys. Listen, the Dolphins got to start out this in order. I'm gonna be like Dan, the greatest story ever told. The Dolphins are about to go on a 10-game winning streak. I feel it. I feel it. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and do it. Let's get this win. I'm telling you guys, it's so Dolphins for them to get this win. And it's also so Dolphins for them to get destroyed by 45 points. So, tale of two types of games we're going to see. Oh, my Lord. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for showing up. Thank you for everybody that subscribed today. Guys, we're so close. We are so close. We are 61 subscribers away from getting to 1,500, guys. We're trying to get that done by next week. Let's go ahead and do it. Let's make it happen, guys. It can only happen with you guys. So thank you so much for coming through. Take care. As always, love you guys. Take care. And bye-bye. Hi. I can't. I clicked the wrong button. My Lord. 44-point blowout sounds about right. Okay, Master Chill. Thank you. Listen, MC Cutter, I'm here Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern, man. You can catch Miss Fans all the time. All the time. And Wednesdays at 8 p.m. with color commentary. So I'll catch you guys later. Take care and God bless. Bye-bye.